today? I want to kind of go over this floor plan with you and kind of make the final adjustments that we can make, so we can get it squared away, and then also remind you, if you can, send me over your liquors and your beers so that I can make sure and get you what we really would like to have there, including also the seltzers that we want to add this time. Okay. 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 Yep, and then I will put all those options together and then we can kind of finalize everything and get everything kind of scored away for next weekend. Perfect. Do you have the floor plan open? Okay. Okay, well, we're going to go with option 1. Page 1, where there's 9 groups of 13. Is that right? Is it 9 groups of 13? Is that correct? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, 13 times 9. I think 13 times 9 is 117, and then plus 4 is 121. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, why don't we do this? The one that has 14, yeah, all 3 has 14. The middle one has, 12, right? So that's 36. That's 39. Okay, so that's 117 plus 4, so it's 121 quarts, not 129. Okay. So bar situation. Okay. On the bottom side of the diagram, can we move that bar over next to the seating risers? Okay, well, what I want to do is on the seating risers, I want to have 2 bars on the left side. Kind of like how you have one up there on the top part of the seating risers. I want another one right beside it. I want to make these the double bars. Okay, and then perfect, yep. So then I'd want to put 1 double bar up near the other seating riser. Now what is that little square on the top part of our stage kind of deal? What is that right there? Okay, let's do this. Let's take the, do you want to move that bar first? Okay, let's take the stage that's closest to the wall, move it north, I'm going to say, where it kind of encompasses those 3 courts. Does that make sense? North. On the wall, move it north. North where it's even with those 3 courts. Yes, ma'am. Okay, and then I want to put the booth that 10 by 10 stage right south of the stage on the wall. Okay? And then I want to take the stage on the west side of the center courts and I want to move it where it's even on the 4 courts. Okay, so that's there. Okay, so we have a double bar in between section 3 and section 2. I don't think we need any those other 2 bars on the south side. Let's get rid of those 2. And then on the north side, I know we had concessions there. Are we gonna do any type of beer inside one or two of the concessions? Okay, so that means I don't need any of those bars on the north side. We'll just have liquor on those other portions. We only need the one in between 2 and 3. Yep. 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 Okay. Yeah, so we don't need any of the bars on the north wall or any of the other bars on the south wall besides that one in between 2 and 3. So we'll have 3 liquor beer bars, and we'll have 2 that'll be in a concession stand. That'll give us 5 points to be able to buy beer. $800. But you got to remember that during a given time, half of those people will be playing. You know what I mean? About 32% of those people will be playing. So I think you're pretty good with that stuff. And that's what I was saying. If you're calling that a double bar, can we do 4 bars on that north seat riser? Why don't we do that? You know what I mean? And that'll be the biggest area. We have enough, so let's do that. Let's do a total of 4. Let's do 2 double bars on that north seating riser. I think that has the most room, and we'll make that the best signage. We'll try and do all those things, and we'll make that like the top bar. You good with that? Okay, perfect. I'm good with that then. That'll give us a total of 1, 2. Yeah, I like that too then. Yep. Perfect. And then if you can just send me back that diagram, just email it right back to me. And if you'll update where it says 129 quarts to 121 down there. Yep. Okay, I appreciate it. And then if you can, send me that liquor and beer stuff so I can work on that tomorrow and get that back to you. All right, thank you. All right, bye. All right.
Does that person live in Louisiana or here in Texas?
Louisiana. She's
okay.
the Shreveport Convention Center person.
Oh, okay.
So we've been working on floor plans based on how we want to kind of lay it out. So let me kind of show you. So these are the 2 options that we had. So right here, this gave us 121 total courts. We have 4 center courts. What we did right here is we moved and did 4 bars right here. That's a double bar, another double bar right here. Moved a bar right here. So then we have a lot of bars near the center stage. We moved this video deal up here, even with this line, which then moved our awards stage right here. So that'll be encompassing those 4 courts. We also slid this riser up even with here, which made all that stuff go, which gives us more room for the bars and all that. On the south side, we deleted this bar because we moved it over here. We deleted this bar, deleted this bar. We left this one open because we have a huge wide gap right here. So the people at this end could have a bar right here beside them. We deleted this bar, deleted this, but what we confirmed and what we asked them to do is they have concession stands that are sitting inside the wall so they don't come out. Those concession stands are gonna serve beer. They're just not gonna serve liquor. So we'll have a liquor and beer here, liquor and beer here, liquor and beer here, liquor and beer here, and then just only beer at a couple deals. So while you're getting food, you can get a beer. They just don't want to have liquor in with the food. It's just too much.
So it's gonna be in the same main stage, same area.
Yeah, same area. You know what I mean. And then we're gonna have the TCL store right over here, kind of like we did last time. So we'll have tables sitting up. What's kind of cool is the main entrance coming in will be right here. Over here, you'll be able to go out and kind of hang out in this foyer. These doors are going to kind of remain somewhat locked. So whenever you enter here and you're inside of this whole area, this space, you're good to go. If you happen to leave these doors or these doors, then you have to be checked to come back in. Shreveport's very strict about what you bring in. They're going to have people there checking bags. They're a lot more strict than Texas. They're going to check everything, and if you have anything, they're just going to kick you out, and you're going to lose your entry. So, highly don't recommend anybody bringing in little bottles or little things. It's just not worth it and stuff. So, and this is the other format that we were looking at doing, but I didn't like it. I thought it kind of reduced down all of the. There was a ton more walkways, but it reduced down the flow and made everything seem really tighter. And you only had 112 courts versus 121 on the other stuff. So the other setup was a lot better to go with, in my opinion. So.
Man, I'm excited about this one, man. That was one of my
favorites. It's a fun one, man. $35,000 payout, you know, close to, 800 people and all this stuff with that. So look at these puppies coming here.
Oh. Is that sexy bags right there? Or what is that?
Man, that is the Calavera.
The Calavera.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's perfect, brother. Yeah,
I'll go show them to you out there. We'll show you those. You want to head on out to the store right quick?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Let's do it. Dun, 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 dun. What's up, brother? Your office is almost as nice as his.
Almost. You want a drink?
Hell yeah.
What do you want?
Hell yeah, brother. I like that. So, I don't know, man. Whatever. Maybe some whiskey on the rocks.
All right.
Yeah. So it's pretty much naturally climate control in here, right?
Yes.
And so when you first came here, there was just grass. You built this
all the structure was here, but if you look back on that back wall, all it looked like was just had the studs and the plastic.
Gotcha.
There was no walls in here. There was actually the man that lived here, right over near those mini fridges was a toilet, and he had makeshift doors around it.
Wow.
And all that stuff. It was very.
So it's like a barnuminium for him.
And not really, it was just like a storage deal, and like my office had 8-foot ceilings.
Yeah.
And didn't really have anything in there. It was just real nasty. That whole wall used to be there. You like Woodford or?
Yeah, I'll take Woodford. Might as well finish that bottle for you. Didn't you used to play basketball in here?
Do what?
Did you used to play basketball in here?
No, not in here. Not in this one, no.
Wow. Man, you did a fantastic job.
Thank you.
This place.
So our end-up goal is to do more of the metal. I want to end up doing a 40 by 40 building over here that is straight for cornhole, but have 3 offices in there to be able to do some things.
Is this a stray or is this one of yours?
Those are our 2 cats. Brown collar or black collar?
Mm-hmm. That's what I love about cats is they just sleep wherever the hell they want.
That's Dopey.
Dopey?
Brown collar is Cornholio.
Super cute.
So coming into the store, we got the pullovers. Still have a few more of those left that we have.
Yeah, that pink one's badass.
I love that.
Yeah.
Coming here, the bag selection. These are a lot of your Advantage and your performance bags. You got your State Series, your Quick Draws, you got your Vortex, your Black Widows, your War Chiefs down here. We just updated the Bull logo to here.
Oh, snap. Raging Bull.
Yep. And then get the Widow logo, kind of revamp that just a bit.
Those are all still 7.9s, right?
Yep.
Pretty fast.
Yep, and then you get the Rattlers. We got a few sports series bags that a lot of people will come in and kind of get, kind of looking at those things, doing that. You go in, you get the Black Spurs, you get the Board Bullies, you get the Dealers, you get the Ghost, you get the Series 9, Gunslingers, Agents, Rowdy Roosters, Republic, Rage, Scorholio bags. Moving on, this is the bag that you want to kind of look at that we're getting ready to release right now. I think we're going to release it on your podcast tonight.
Sweet. What's the speed on these suckers?
These are, you mean, kind of a 9 and a 5 on there. 9.5, 9.6, you know, is what they are. So.
Would you say you're a fast bag guy or a carpet guy?
I like more of a carpet, but I kind of want to get a faster bag in case the boards do stick up. Then I want to be able to go to something.
Sweet.
So yeah, they're going to come in 4 flavors. They're going to come in the cherry, the sun, the turquoise, and then the black.
Oh, snap.
So, yeah. Got the Buzz, Bumble, Slip and Fall. We got those come back in. We got Yetis in stock. Got all the Poseidon Max, the Zeus Max, all those bags.
Sweet.
Are here, so they're all ready. Got the Phoenix over here. Got the Krakens, Medusas.
Yeah.
We got some bags that are on sale up top.
You got tons of shipping boxes too.
Yeah, we're ready to go. And that's the thing, man. Anybody that orders, if you order before 2 p.m., it's out the same day. The post office is less than 2 miles from here.
Oh.
And so anytime we do big drops, they'll actually bring a truck here to come pick them up for us.
Cool.
So, then over here we got the TX Factor boards.
Man, everybody was saying like, dude, there's no bounce to those things.
They're awesome, man. They literally, it's a great board that we have and all that stuff. I mean, we really absolutely love it.
That's a great idea. That was a really great idea.
And then over here, this is our replacement. So if anybody has a bag that's ripped, torn, different things like that, to help speed that process up, we typically we'll be able to ship out, the same day.
Yeah, because you never know what could happen.
After the bag goes out of warranty, it kind of goes to the graveyard. And then anytime anybody comes in, they can come pick up a bag anywhere from $5 to $30, depending on the type of series, and come pick up one bag. So if you're missing one bag out there, you can always cover the graveyard and come grab one.
Wow, dude. That graveyard looks pretty sexy.
It's actually not a bad one.
No. Wow. I like that. Cool. Patches. Is your patch collection?
Yeah, anybody that kind of comes in can kind of come put a patch on.
Cool. Nice.
Well, which color did you like the best?
Out of the Dia de los Muertos bags?
Yes.
I would say it's between the blue and the red. I'm thinking the blue. Damn. Flip it. I think I'm digging the blue.
All right.
Yeah, I used to be a Crip back in the day.
There you go.
Oh, dude. Love it.
So we'll take one of each to show tonight.
Oh, yeah. Freaking awesome. Genius. All right. Hey, you got to show them the dog run that you got.
The dog deal?
The dog run, and then, because we already saw your cat. Can you watch these for me? Watch. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, I think how you got the dog kennel set up is like just genius.
Oh, look at this real quick. This is my private collection.
Oh man, this is torture. God. I already see one I want really bad. Actually, I see like 3 I want really bad.
Look at those gamblers. Look at the Texas ones.
Wow.
Flip it over.
Let's see here. Oh, wow. Dude, that is so pimp. And it's super clean, too.
Mm-hmm.
Are these the ones, did you use them at...
I haven't used those yet.
Wow. Hell, I'll just tell you right now. This one is super...
Never been thrown with.
To find one of these in this condition is just impossible. Unless it's something like, you know, people got a 69 Corvette sitting in their garage that their grandpa left and they just forgot about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think out of those 4 bags, 1 bag has 1 throw on it, and it was indoors. And I told my kids to never. That's Cornholio.
What's up, Cornholio? Wow. He's very lively. Well, they're nocturnal animals, right? So that's when they get active at night.
So this is the deal right here. Banks just went to the vet. He's a mini Australian Shepherd.
Him.
Rick, what are you doing, buddy?
Hey. Wow. It's cool because they're always with you next door.
Right here. They can go out there. They got their own patio, a little dog run, the whole deal.
Mm-hmm. And you can keep an eye on them if you're out of town.
Yep.
Hey, buddy. What's going on?
He's a Wiesla.
Wow. Does he get along with the cats?
He'd like to eat them.
Oh, okay. What about the cows you got? Does he get along with the cows?
They've been out there a little bit, not too much.
Oh, yeah?
Kind of been a little hesitant. They actually, Remy here had the, so the way we kind of designed this is pretty cool. See the horses over there. So this whole entire chute right here. So I can take those gates and swing them.
Yeah. Oh, and shut them off?
Swing this way, and this can swing this way to where they can just lock in this area, open this whole deal up, and then you can take the cows and the horses back here, and they have their own area.
That's genius.
And then whenever I'm not using it, then they get a little more room to kind of stretch their legs and kind of hang out.
So did you design it yourself? Did you have to get like an architect to design it for you? Or?
I mean, Lori and I kind of do a lot of it. We've kind of designed it. My 2 little brothers are architects. And so, yes, they're doing it. Number 3, I'm number 2 of 4. Number 3 is helping us design our next house that we're building right now. So.
Nice. Yeah. So, and do the horses get along with the cows?
Yeah, they do. We have to keep them in 2 different pastures right now because it's based on their feed. But Heisman's on the right and Joy's on the left.
Heisman. Hey, I noticed you got longhorns over there.
Yeah.
Is there you couldn't find a longhorn that had the horns down?
No, I couldn't. We'll saw them off one time though.
Oh, okay.
But she's actually Hickory is her name, and Hickory's pregnant. She'll be having having her baby probably June or July.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Is it a boy or girl?
We don't know the sex of the baby yet.
Cool. You should have like those pop-up balloons.
The pop-up balloons.
Yeah.
And kind of do the whole gender reveal with the longhorn.
That'd be freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we got Memphis and Senorita are the other 2.
Man, dude, it's a country paradise, man.
It's really pretty cool. It's awesome.
Yeah. And the fact that you can incorporate your business here too, it's freaking awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. So literally, whenever I get to work here, being able to do all the different things. So what I do is, this is my office, pretty much my closet, and so we keep all the tablets right here, and then literally all the credit card processing, all that stuff, got all my files, got all that stuff put together, and doing all that. So.
How much of a pain in the ass is all this, this part? Because I mean, if you're running a big old tournament like that, like how many times does it go out? Like, damn it. Battery went out.
Well, battery will last about 12 hours. The key is to condition the batteries, and so what we've done is we bought smart chargers, and so I have it to where twice a week they turn on, and they charge for about 8-10 hours, and they shut off. So all the batteries are trained to go all the way down to 0 and then back up to 100%. So it keeps them at the most optimal battery life of doing it.
Like right now, they're fully charged?
They could be. They're in between cycles. Typically is what they're doing. Like this one's at 98%. Yeah. So today is Tuesday, so I charge them on Monday and Thursdays. Oh. Typically after the weekend, and then Thursday before a tournament. So then what I'll do is I'll get to unplug them. They're all pretty much numbered. So like this is 1 through 20. 21 through 40, 41 through 60, 61 to 80. We're renumbering these. This will go up to 100, and then this will go up to 120. These are all of our new ones that we just bought. Seeing as this tournament's got 121 courts, I had to have over 120. And so what we'll end up doing is we'll end up doing that, and we'll have some backup spares. So we'll have different colors of different ones. And then all of these, this is just from last tournament where we lost 6 tablets. And so each of these are like $90. So when you lose 6 tablets at a tournament.
So you lost them because they broke? They
Yep.
fell? Oh, damn. That sucks.
So whenever they break and stuff like that, that's the reason why I like the score towers and different stuff. We'd love to kind of get it situated because, you know, we go to a tournament and I usually factor in losing about 3 per tournament, which is $300, but hopefully I can kind of be right around that number. So.
Wow. That is nuts.
Yeah, and then we got all the iPads, got all the Wi-Fi equipment. So what we did this last time is we've gone in and we've got nodes, is what they're called. And so we take those to every tournament and we just pump in our router and our node into their internet, and we get a hard line. And then from there, the hard line will automatically talk to all these tablets. So I don't have to go and reprogram these all on the Wi-Fi. They already are on the Wi-Fi.
So what you just said, does that mean that's the speed you need to run all these?
No, the speed will be the line that comes in. So like what happened in Mesquite is they gave us a hard line, but the hard line that they gave us was still connected to the hotel. Well, on Thursday when we checked it, everything was fine. We couldn't tell it was connected because we always ask for a dedicated line.
Yeah.
Well, when we tested it on Thursday, there's not a ton of people in the building. Well, on Friday, whenever we're starting to start registration, starting to start the tournament, you have 700-800 players there. Well, everyone's on the Wi-Fi. Well, then it actually strains the Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
And then they're like, "Oh,
so did it just crash?
You need your dedicated." Well, they didn't put us on dedicated. We were on there with all the guests, and so it bogged it down. And so finally, they got it back up, and they put us on dedicated network. So typically, you know, when we go to a venue, and that was our first time in Mesquite using the tablets. Now that we've been to Irving, we've been to Shreveport, and these places, they know what we need, and they're already giving us the 40 up, 40 down, which is all we really need on our own network. The players and all that stuff can share.
Is that like a
T1?
T1? Is that what that's called, a
No.
T1?
T1 would be closer to like your more higher speeds, like your fiber and all that stuff.
Oh, okay.
This is just a high-speed network that we can be able to have dedicated for, 1, live streaming, but 2 is running the tablets so they can.
Oh, so it doesn't
run
require
efficient
like
stuff.
a whole
Doesn't require a
shitload.
whole
No.
lot. The tablets don't. It's just that when they're fighting with all the players on the same data is when it has issues.
Right.
So really, as long as we can get our own, that's what really helps out.
Right. And let's see, since I'm an art guy, let's see, what is this?
So these used to be the floors that were in this office.
Okay,
This whole
figured.
entire wall.
Something sentimental.
Yeah, and so we retook all this flooring was all on the ground. We took it and made a wall out of this deal. And then Lori got this made for me. It's just metal pieces that were rusted and all that stuff.
Yeah. So it's got the personal significance to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like sometimes I get people that they want to restore something that just it's gone. You know, you don't want to restore that, but you find out it's because it's personal. It's like somebody gave it to them or whatever, and yeah. Otherwise, it's just it's not. You're just gonna spend too much money. You could buy one.
Yeah.
Already done.
Yeah.
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 So, is that signed by Jordan?
Yeah. I got that for my 40th birthday. Michael Jordan's my favorite athlete ever.
Oh, dude, I got a painting at the shop. You're gonna be like, what?
really?
Yeah.
May have to bring some money and buy it off you.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's actually a mural on the wall.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah.
Uh-oh.
Hell, if you wanna, we'll talk about it.
Look at the horns.
Yes.
So I gave Jason a set of those for Christmas one year. I went ahead and got myself one too.
Wow, that's beautiful. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, Jordan, man, that's the bomb right there.
Yeah.
What's the number on your jersey?
For what?
When you get a jersey, you don't put a number on it?
No.
You're not a numbers guy?
I mean, not really. Well, I've got 2 numbers. 8 is my number I wore in football, and it's probably my favorite number. It was my dad's number, and it's the number I wore. In basketball, I wore 22, and then Another number I wear is number 4, which is for, in my opinion, the greatest quarterback of all time in college football, Jamel Holloway.
Okay. All right. First, before you said college, I thought you were going to say Brett Favre. I was like, this guy likes the Packers?
No.
But no, that's cool.
No, Jamel Holloway, greatest option quarterback ever.
Is that the position you played, though, in high school and college?
Yep. No, I didn't play college.
Oh, okay.
No,
Because you played for Southlake?
Mm-hmm.
You were a Dragon.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
What about your dad?
My dad played for Wichita Falls Hershey.
Uh-huh. Was he a quarterback, too?
No, he played baseball. And then he went to college at Tarleton and played baseball at Tarleton and stuff.
Sweet.
So, yeah.
So he wore number 8, so you wore number 8.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Well, there's a cool, I don't know if it's down here. I got his old softball bag, one of my favorite things, and so I keep it, and it has his number 8 on it and stuff.
Sweet.
So,
Yeah. You're a Cowboys fan, right?
yes.
Yeah, so, yeah, Aikman.
Aikman, too.
Yeah.
Back in the heyday.
Sweet.
That was fun.
Sweet, man. You ready to play some cornhole, man?
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it.
All right. You're on the left side.
No, you know what? Fuck my Yetis. I'm going to use my Chad Jacobson Republics.
No, I've already got those.
Nah.
Oh, are you going to use them?
Yep. I'm gonna use one of you.
So what are these here for?
7 bags.
We're slowing down, right? We only need 7 bags.
No.
Literally 8 bags.
First is 7 bags.
Okay. Here.
First 7
You want to
airmails.
use my Republics? There you go.
You're damn right. Okay, I'm going to use the Chad Jacobson Republics.
Literally.
First is 7 airmails. Here we go. You go first.
You got it. Home field advantage. You want to draw all 4?
Oh, it's first there. 7 airmails.
Here we go. 2 to 1. You gotta separate it right here.
2 to 1.
Here he goes. Separation.
First is 7 airmails.
Yes! You got the walk going.
Okay. Woo! Alright, here we go. So either way he wins. Either Chad Bags wins or oh, either you win. Okay.
Throw
at least you know what's acceptable in the TCL.
Yes. You do.
You're like, that's not cool. Fuck, Chad does it. What the fuck?
4-2.
Don't miss long.
Shit, and that's exactly what I did. Son of a bitch.
I hope that's on camera.
Why not?
Oh my god.
Short right.
He don't
Damn
get,
it!
He don't get.
Damn it! Kicking my ass. Woo!
Oh!
Uh-oh.
Omar with the Chad Jacobson Republic.
Uh-oh. Dang it! Alright.
6-2.
Too bad Cornhole wasn't a game of airmail only.
I know.
Hey, y'all should have an airman
I can't win this round.
6-2.
You can't hit one. I gotta hit three. Damn it.
6-3.
Missed that one. Low.
Oh my god.
Oh,
6-3.
Alright. Striking distance.
I'm gonna end it on this one. I'm calling it. It's my first call of the night. Haven't called anything. I gotta end it on this one. 6-3. First bag. Four. Was that 4-6?
Yep. How we doing? You ready?
Noose is getting a little tight.
Place to the table.
5-6. I love it. Fucking love it.
Oh, don't be.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
It's 5-6, right?
Yeah, don't do it.
Hold on. Oh, we're not canceling out.
Oh! What is that? 5-7?
6.
Oh, 6-7?
Yeah.
Alright. Let's just see what would have happened.
I love it. Congratulations.
Damn it, bro. Oh!
Good shit.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
Look at those. Republics right there.
Yeah. Those are the ones you beat me with, man. Mm-hmm. Got your koozie. B Cornhole League. Thanks for coming out, brother.
Absolutely, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Hey, Josh. So your job is to make sure we don't run out of film. That's right. Old school days.
Do what now?
Old school days.
Oh.
You had to worry about film. Now it's just all digital. So, I guess we could start off with the sexiness. So you brought these bags, right?
Yes.
You could talk about them. I'll show it to the camera.
So this is a new bag from Bag World. It's the Calvera. It's got a backside material right here that's going to be like a speed rating 8-9 slick side, and then you've got your soft side that is similar to your bags, like a Surefire and those. So it's kind of a faster bag, but it definitely has a good fill inside. I mean, I really think that this bag is going to take off, and plus, I love the design, the Calvera, you know, the sugar skull and all that stuff.
Yeah,
it's pretty sweet. That's the Sun version.
Yeah, the resin feels really good.
The resin feels really good. This is their Pro Blend that Bag World uses. It's going to be a bag that I think is going to take off, and this should be live. Today is Tuesday.
Yeah.
So we'll probably go live with this on Thursday.
Fucking A, bro.
So that's your set, man.
I freaking love it, dude.
Yeah, absolutely.
I got the blue set. What's your method of breaking in a bag?
I mean, when I get to play,
or do you have a different method for different bags?
Different method for different bags. If I'm in a hurry, I'll use the bag conditioner just a little bit and run through warm water, and then what I'll do is just tumble dry, no heat, and kind of do that to just break them in if I have to do it fast. If not, what I like to do is go out to league night and during cash games, or even a signature series, break out a brand new set and just kind of throw it and break it in until we get ready to kind of get them going. A lot of times, what I'll end up doing whenever I play with people is end up using the bags that they have, or if I have a set of bags, then I'll break them in and kind of do that way.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was gonna say, and I talked to him about it earlier. Is that I played him for the first time at Open the other day, and I have these bags right here, the Republics. It's got a signature on it, and I was like, he came up to play me, and I was like, you know what? Guess what bags I'm gonna use on you? And I showed him these, and he was like, oh, you're gonna use my own bags on me? I was like, yeah. And then he busted out some brand new fucking bags. What were they, Deltas? Or?
They were the Phoenix bags.
Oh, the Phoenix. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Phoenix. Fucking Crispy knew. He basically one up me and he beat my ass.
It was luck.
No, dude. You were hitting some fucking airmails. Like, you were hitting your shots, bro. I was like, wow. And actually, when I saw you bust out the new bags, I felt like, okay, my chances just increased a little bit. But I'll tell you what, man. Playing Open for the first time, I definitely was nervous.
Yeah.
Do you remember the first time you played Open, or have you always been playing Open?
Well, back whenever we started back in 2009, there was only one division. And so really you didn't ever have even, a competitive or advanced or social or stuff like that. It was just one bracket. What was really the social bracket was what we called back in the day as the double dip bracket, otherwise known as the toilet bowl. And what happened was anybody that went 0-2 went into the toilet bowl bracket, and if they went through and won that bracket, they got a brand new toilet seat that everyone had signed, sharpied up and stuff like that. And if they went and installed it, they got their entry free the next time they came and played. We really loved that back in the day, and that really allowed everyone 3 games guaranteed back doing it. Whenever we started the 2 divisions, an open and social divisions, what we called it, when we first split, it really helped out though, and that's where the whole tier process really started. As we started seeing it, was that there's different tournaments that I want to play with different people. There's a tournament that I want to play with you. There's a tournament that I'd love to play with my wife. There's a tournament that I'd love to play with my son. There's a tournament that I'd love to play with one of my better partners that we're going to go play in a signature series and do that stuff. And so the ability of a tier that we can pair them together, and that regional directors, as they're growing a region, can pick and choose of what region or how they want to base that tournament, has helped A, grow those regions, but as 2, helped us become a better community. Mm-hmm. And the cornhole community has really kind of flourished in that sense that, I'm not always playing with you. I can play with you, and all of a sudden we become a big family, and we're really, and that's what's really driven cornhole, I believe, in Texas and, throughout TCL.
TCL, Texas. I know the name of the brand is Texas Cornhole League, but
yeah.
Texas Cornhole would not be Texas Cornhole without TCL. Like, you and Jason have done a phenomenal job on it, man.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, man. I mean, starting this thing back in 2009. What's kind of cool about this
2009?
stuff? 2009. And what's cool about this thing, whenever we talk about it, you and I were talking about Texas Tech earlier.
Yeah.
When we talked about fraternities, and we talked about all the different things like that. Well, my little brother in the fraternity, Jarrett, he works with the U.S. government in the Mint, and he actually designed the TCL man. And he drew it from hand.
Really?
Did all this stuff like that.
He's an architect, right, or an engineer or something?
Oh, he works for the U.S. Mint, and he's designed like some of our currency that we use, and all those things. And so when we first started, the hat and the cowboy hat and all this stuff, that was different versions. I'll just send you some original versions. You'll actually love them.
Fucking love them.
And so we eventually settled on this version, and what's kind of cool is, you know, whenever TCL kind of got going, we had to say Texas Cornhole League. And then it got to TCL, and now what's kind of cool is, I mean, you see the cowboy throwing a hat, cowboy throwing a bag, and you know what it is. You mean, you kind of know, and it's kind of cool whenever you see a business, you know, take that turn and kind of see those things. It's cool branding, advertising, and doing that stuff, and that's part of, when we talk about bags, and we got Bag World on the bag, or you got, you know, Throwing Stones, or you got Big D, or you got the Bag Brokers, or you got, you know, I mean, all the different manufacturers that we have, you know, Olympus and all this stuff. What's cool about having the different bag manufacturers is their branding's on there. And players get to now choose not really just a bag thinking it's TCL, but a bag based on that bag manufacturer, which I think is a cool deal as well.
Yeah. So you said 2007, right?
2009.
2009.
Yeah.
So that's technically right after the recession, right? Or it's actually during the recession, right?
Yep.
So what was that like? Anybody starting a business in the recession, props to you.
Well, I mean, this started out as a hobby. I grew up loving sports. I mean, I played sports, and what's kind of cool about it, you know, I mean, I started the cornhole business. You know, I've got other businesses, credit card processing, you know, heavy equipment. You know, my wife's in real estate and all that stuff. But cornhole, what's kind of cool about it, when I was in college, I ran my fraternity's intramural program, and so running a fraternity of 160 people and telling everybody, hey man, I know you think you're that good, but really you're going to go on D team, or you're going to go on E team, or you know what, I'm going to put you on A team or B team, and picking the teams and making sure they're at their schedules, making sure they're ahead, how we're doing on points, what we're doing.
You ran a cornhole tournament at Texas Tech?
No, I ran our intramural program for all the different intramural sports. But what I'm saying is,
but you got that experience of like organizing people,
and being able to do stuff like that. And so when a lot of people think back of like, hey, did college really prepare you for what you did? What's kind of cool is that running that intramural really taught me a lot of the things that I came back and kind of did with TCL.
It's not a course that you took that you paid for. It's a course that you took because you just fell into it with your friends and your buddies,
and kind of grew into it and kind of did it, and you know. And this is a people game, you know what I mean? And that's the cool thing about cornhole is that, you have different people. I would never imagine, that I'd be sitting here at your place at Chico's in Garland with the history that you guys have and be here without cornhole. And that's the coolest thing. Even though we went to college at Tech at the same time, our paths didn't cross and different things like that, and all the friends and people that I met, that is the cool thing about where cornhole has taken us.
Do you remember anybody playing cornhole at your time in Texas Tech?
Yeah, absolutely. What's kind of cool is, I grew up playing washers, and sand pits. We don't play on the boards, we play on sand pits.
Washers definitely.
And, I had them in my backyard. I put lights up in the trees. We come home from the bars, flick on the lights, you wouldn't see a shadow in the backyard. My roommate at the time, though, Mike Fanuzzi, from San Antonio, the biggest sports family I've ever known.
Is he Italian?
Do what?
Is he Italian?
Yep, he's Italian. His dad played quarterback at Kentucky. All 4 kids went to college playing sports and stuff like that, and very competitive. Well, Mike took an internship in Chicago one summer, and he comes back from Chicago and he's like, dude, y'all need to stop playing washers. And this is like 2005. And no, 2003, okay? And he's like, y'all need to stop playing washers, y'all need to play this game called Cornhole. I'm like, dude, really? What are we doing? And he goes and sets up the boards, and he sets them up at 21 feet. And I was like, okay, really? Like, I mean, I'm throwing a 3-inch washer and a 3-inch cup, and now you want me to throw a 6-inch bag and a 6-inch hole? I mean, this is easy. Like, come on. And so we played it somehow. I always like, man, I hate this game. I love washers and some of that, but really, when you talk about it, that's
Were you pretty good at washers?
I was good.
Really?
Yeah, I was good. Yeah.
Okay.
Probably not as good as a lot of other people.
So your peak at washers and your peak at cornhole, are they pretty even?
No. I mean, washers was all backyard. It was, we're hanging out, cooking out, doing all this of that. Cornhole, I had my peak back in.
So there's major leagues and
washers. I never went and played any of those. No. But Joe and I actually won state back in 2016. So back in the day, I could actually sling some bags. Now I'm just a washed up old man, kind of Aaron Rodgers type maybe.
Well, so how did you get injured? What happened?
Well, my boys coaching sports and all that stuff with that. Coach pitch would throw. We'd go out to baseball tournaments and do coach pitch baseball, and literally I would throw 700, 800 pitches a weekend. And the problem with coach pitch is
at full throttle or just
the problem is full throttle would have been almost better than aiming. It was almost like you're throwing darts because you're trying to hit this spot for this kid. You're trying to hit down low for this kid, up high for this kid, over here for this kid.
Really?
And eventually my shoulder gave out, and so I eventually had to have shoulder surgery.
Did you feel it coming?
I felt it, and then when I was playing kickball, I slid into third and popped it out and busted out right there, and I knew it was done.
Did the adrenaline take over, or were you just in pain immediately?
I was in pain immediately and couldn't really do anything.
Oh shit.
Yeah. It was done.
Wow.
It was done for. Yeah.
So when you fucking came back to corner, how long did it take you to fully recover to at least be just confident in corner?
Yeah, so back in October when I had my injury, had my surgery, and then in December I was starting to recover and stuff like that.
So about a year and 2 months?
No, about 2 months later.
Oh, 2 months later.
2 months later I realized that, hey, I'm not going to be able to throw with my right hand for a good time. And so I was like, you know what, I'm not going to go to these tournaments and not play. And so I decided that I would start throwing left-handed. And so literally I credit where TCL has kind of gone with the shoulder injury, because what happened was I've been playing always in that upper division at the higher level. Whenever I came and started competing as a left-handed player, I talked to Jason. I was like, Jason, man, I know I was an A player with my right hand, but my left hand, man, I'm a social player. And so I started playing in tournaments, and people were really wondering why am I playing down there, but I was playing left-handed. And but what was cool is I had to learn that experience of being a social player, which really helped us transition a lot of how we revitalized TCL back during that time. And I really think that if my injury hadn't happened, I don't think TCL would be here, because I think that we would have continued down this path of only worried about this division or that division. I think that eye-opening experience really helped us learn of what other divisions.
Hey, but it's also the type of guy you are, man. You're always trying to find that brighter side to the cloud. Or, no, it's the silver lining to the cloud.
Yeah.
You're finding the opportunity in the negativity, and that's the problem. A lot of people, they get stuck in the negativity, but you're one of those rocks. You kind of like, hey, it's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Because of this, because of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, kind of like right now, man. Like at first, I was kind of like worried about the fact that we weren't doing anything about Putin going over to fuck up with Ukraine.
Yeah.
I was like, damn it. Aren't we supposed to be doing something? But now that a month has gone by, it's like he's looking bad on his own.
Right.
Like right now, he's just looking like dog shit.
Yeah. He is. Yeah.
Yeah. So I got something for you here.
All right.
The question I wrote down was, are you holding back and trying to win at these major tournaments? And the reason I say that is because the first time I played him, of course, he played me with brand new bags. And then I think I saw you playing with P Money with, I don't know if they were as new as my bags, but there were definitely bags that are 21, 22.
Yeah.
They're the news. They just came out.
Yeah.
So, what's up with that? How come you don't play with bags that are just like these? Just
broken
fucking,
in and doing some of that.
Just look at that. These are your bags.
Yeah, they were.
Those are your fucking bags.
They were.
And they're fully broken in.
They're fully broken in.
Yeah.
It's kind of one of those things. I mean, first off, P Money is a phenomenal player. I mean,
P Money is nasty.
I enjoy playing with him. You mean, and that's the fun of playing with different people, and I'd love to play with him again. The bags, you know what I mean? I have different bags that I want to try and I want to know. When people come by the store, I want to be able to say, you know what, I've thrown this bag. And so a lot of times I am testing out, kind of doing this stuff. I mean, I wish that I got to play on the weekends like I used to play. Back for the first 6-7 years, I got a lot of reps because we'd hang out, we'd play all night, all weekend and stuff like that. You know, with my boys right now at the age that they're at, I mean, I'm coaching. I mean, this weekend we had multiple baseball
basketball,
games, flag football, basketball.
Everything.
And a lot of people are in that stance. And it's kind of those things right now, when I go to tournaments, when I go to league night, that's my chance to practice. League night's the only time I throw bags. Since the last Signature Series, I've been to league night and one other tournament, and that's all I've thrown bags. And that's probably part of the reason that you see, like, I'm not the player that I used to be. I would love to get back to that.
I didn't get to see the player you used to be.
I would love to get back to that place, but you mean, and then credit to really, it's not really where I am or what I'm doing. It's a credit to where the game has gone. The players nowadays are phenomenal. You know what I mean? And the depth is what it was. You used to be able to walk in a tournament and say, okay, I've got to beat those 5-6 players right there. Everyone else, I can throw okay and be all right, but those 5 or 6 I'm doing there. You know what? When you walk into a tournament now, it's not the people that I know, it's the people that I don't know that scare the shit out of me. And what I mean by that is the young kid that comes up, or the guy from a new area that's practicing and throwing 5-6 days a week because he's all involved. Like, that's what I love, is they're doing our repetition. I'm trying to force throws, and when it gets down to the crunch time, I'm missing the shots that I'm missing because I don't have that practice.
When you were those first SIGs that y'all had going on, which is badass that you were just pioneering that shit. Hey, can I get 2 beers and 2 waters, sir? Yeah, you pick them. But you had AJ Sims, you had Josh Gross. Basically, at the beginning, yeah. These were imported from Texas. What do you want? There's Dos Equis, there's Miller Lite, there's
I want to take a Dos Equis. David York right
Dos
there.
Equis. There you go. I'll take one too.
We're looking for hopefully to get Dos Equis as a sponsor next year, by the way.
Dude, that'd be fucking badass.
Yeah.
Imagine a badass TCO board with the Dos Equis right there. That'd be sick.
Cheers.
Cheers. So, basically, back then, you had, like, right now, AJ Sims and Josh Gross, they're staples in the ACO game of pro players. Back then, they were just kind of like, were they like, when you looked at them, were like, oh, they're definitely going to win it, or they were just the top 5 or 10 players?
Well, you got to remember, I mean, AJ and Josh are like the 2nd, 3rd generation of College Station. I mean, AJ and Josh are phenomenal players, but let's take it back a step further. Let's talk about Chris Paul, Travis Welch, that had the most consecutive Signature Series wins. And
I didn't know anything about those guys.
And those guys are phenomenal.
Do they play? Do they still play?
Chris Paul comes and plays some.
Because Chris Paul, I think about the NBA.
He's there, but I mean, Chris Paul, Travis Welch, I mean, those guys are legendary when you talk about that generation.
Are they older guys? Like,
nope. They're there.
Same age?
Yep. They just started having families, kids, and all that stuff like that. You talk about even, you know, the other generation. You got your Daniel Vincents, your BGs. You mean your Joe Arrington, your Stuart Fosters.
I had no idea that BG was Grindersley's partner.
Yep.
Until Upchurch told me.
Yep. And then, you mean, back in the day, you even had, you mean, Jason Andrews won the first ever, you mean, championship for singles. And
was it an airmail contest?
No, it was singles. I mean, yeah. And so you had him, you have Reagan Chode, you have Paul Junkersfield, who's back in the fold now. Like, Paul back in the day was one of the very best players and then stepped away from the game and has come back. And you're kind of talking, I mean, then you had Eddie come in and Kenneth Johnston and a bunch of players that you kind of had rolling out and kind of.
Chris was an old school guy too, right? Chris, they called him Papa or something like that. Or?
Chris Paul, Papa, Chris Paul.
Oh, that's Chris Paul.
Yeah, that's Chris
I didn't
Paul.
know his last name.
Yeah, Chris Paul. Papa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the fucking beard in his hand.
Yeah. Him and Travis Welch, man, were by far.
The way I met him was we were warming up at the fucking I think it was Ryder Cup or Sig. And I was like, I'm gonna warm up with this old man over here, and he just kept fucking airmailing for no fucking reason. Yeah, just nailing it. Yeah, we were playing a tournament down in San Antonio, and we were at the Spurs at AT&T Center down in San Antonio, and we were playing a tournament down there. And my partner at the time, Tony Weeson, and I were one of the top teams, and we're playing. I mean, this up and coming team from College Station, Travis Welch and Chris Paul and Tony had this bag, and we were winning the game like 17-9 at the time. And all he had to do was throw on the ground to give up 2 points. And because his bags were in the hole, and Tony's like, man, I can't do that. I gotta throw on the road. I can't just give it back. He threw on the board. They ended up getting like 5 or 6 points. And it messed with our chemistry right there. And what's crazy is that is the moment that the Poachers took off and did their run, and they never looked back, and they won X number of Signature Series in a row. Like, I'm talking, it was a couple of years running that every single Signature Series was Poachers. So where the fuck are the Poachers now? Did they not have a next generation? Is that what happened? No. So the next generation was AJ Sims. You know what I mean? You've got, that whole group right there, started coming off from College Station and really started, doing well. Travis Welch, married to Amber. So Grindersley, where was Grindersley when the Poachers were going down? He was there. He was there. He was just a little booger, like just. No. Eddie was a phenomenal. Eddie's been here longer than the Poachers. Eddie's been a phenomenal player. Eddie would win a lot of singles matches, a lot of stuff with that. But the Poachers had this reign on doubles that no one in TCL's ever. And like I was telling you earlier, man, doubles is where it's at. Doubles is what makes TCL. Doubles is what singles is fun. Singles is fun, but doubles, man, camaraderie in it. Unless you've ever been on the opposite or the bad end of a Stuart Foster in a doubles match, dude, that is what is so much fun. Yes. Is going against Stuart, man. I would play against that guy more than anybody else. I love playing against Stuart. He is one of my favorite people to play against. And he's amazing. He's a top-notch player. He's probably the most known TCL player out there. Oh, yeah. I totally believe it. And if you don't know him, you've heard of him. Like, literally, you've heard him in your ear. Yeah, you have. Yeah. Yeah, if you could go back in time, you'd be like, oh, yeah, I've heard that voice. But then you talk about not only the players, but the families, the moms, the wives, the regions that go out and support their team, and they huddle around. I was on a podcast last night. What's the name of that podcast? The sticky side. Oh, the sticky side, yes. The sticky side. You're damn right. And they're great guys. Michael Bird and that whole group. They're phenomenal. But they were talking about it. What's cool about the TCL group is the TCL group comes and supports their area, and they come and they double down, and we really get loud, we get proud, and we have a good time. And it's a lot of fun. You're damn right. That's what I love about it, man. So what got you into the game? Well, before I say that, what did you think about that? What did you think the incident where, like, the fucking bag throw on the ground, the people are talking loud? You basically answered it. It is what it is. It's TCL. But what did you think about that? Was it... At the last Signature Series? Yeah.
it's one of those things that, I mean, we as players gotta, one, respect our opponent, to have a love for the game to what we have. I love the boisterous. I love the having the fun. I love doing what we do.
Man.
I love what we're doing. It's one of those things that, you mean, I wanna win with class, and I wanna lose with respect. And I want to win with class. I want to lose with respect.
Yes.
And you mean, even I've grown up through this game. You know, whenever I started, I wasn't really the best loser. Being able to lose, you mean, Jason will tell a story where, I mean, I kicked a trash can back in San Antonio, you know, whenever I lost a game because I hated to lose. I mean, I didn't like to lose at all.
Yeah.
But it's taught me that, I mean, win or lose, you mean championship or third or I got out early, this is a fun deal that we all are lucky to be a part of. And we get to go and do this stuff, and the more we can take in that and know that, I mean, you do paint and body. Chico's been around, you're second generation. This is a phenomenal business, man. And coming here today is really cool history and seeing all this stuff of that. And whether you do this or you do that or this, we all go to Cornhole to get away from that stuff, and we all go to relax and have fun, and we all want to.
It's definitely a grind.
We all want to get away from the grind and do that stuff with that. So the more we can kind of embrace that, I think the better off we are. So that incident, you mean, I don't think really is there. I think that, you know,
exactly. I don't think it's an incident.
No, I don't think it was.
I think it's part of the story.
I think it's part of the deal, and I think that, you mean, you're going to end up seeing those players that may have had that incident end up playing together one day and laugh about it and have a good time.
Exactly.
And I'm excited to see that.
Yes, I'm so excited because I feel like those same players will see each other again in the future, and you know the history behind it.
Yeah.
You know, and it makes it even better. Makes it even better because I know those guys, those four guys that played each other in that doubles tournament, they don't hate each other.
No,
they fucking love each other.
Yeah.
And those guys that were talking shit on the sides, no, they all love each other. Everybody loves each other. That's the thing about Cornhole.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, everybody fucking loves each other.
Yep.
So in the next big tournament, everybody's gonna be like, yeah, they're gonna talk shit. Yeah, they're gonna be like, yeah, you said this and you did this last time, but it's all in fun.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna beat your ass.
Yeah.
You know? Hey, and that makes the stakes go up higher.
It does.
In a fun way.
No, it does.
In a fun way.
And the cool
Not in
thing
a Will
is-
Smith way.
No.
No. In a fun way.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Better be careful.
Yeah.
But what's cool about that whole deal is that people literally and players are going to rise to the occasion, and they're going to have so much fun playing the game, and the emotions are going to get loud at the next tournament here in Shreveport, not this weekend, but next weekend, which you have until Friday to register for. We have just a few spots left.
They go by so
it's
fast.
filling up.
You gotta act now.
But what's cool about that, when we get to Shreveport, which is by far my favorite venue.
Yes,
it is awesome. The grandstands, the whole deal. I mean, y'all can't wait to see this setup.
I took my kids out there. They had a great time.
4 center courts, the whole deal. We're throwing in another center court to add more games in the mix. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be a loud crowd. It's going to be fun. We got some special giveaways to everybody that's watching the championship game that we're going to do. So it's going to be fun.
Was that the first time that y'all did the raffle?
Yeah.
For the bags?
Yeah.
Dude, kudos to y'all, man.
Yeah.
Like, I remember, because the whole throwing stones phase was like, you know, I hate to call it a phase, but like, it was a phenomenon where like, everybody wanted throwing stones.
Right.
They just did. Yeah. And I don't think y'all expected it. Y'all were just like, shit, are you guys serious? Y'all like these bags so much? Fuck, what do we do? But instead of saying, fuck it, I don't know why you guys are going crazy over these bags, they're just bags. Like, you guys found a solution. You're like, we're gonna organize it this way. These guys that are paying their money to play, you guys get this, you guys get that, open, competitive, social. These are your raffle spots, and it worked.
It did.
worked.
I mean, after Abilene, which was probably the biggest hickey in TCL. I mean, whenever we talk about
But
that,
you didn't expect that to happen.
No, we didn't.
No.
I mean, I went back and literally had one of those Holiday Inn Express moments. Where I was in the shower and I was like, man, how do people do it? And boarded an airplane. And Group A, Group B, Group C, and I was like, you know what, we got to do it this way. That we got to have a bag raffle, we got to draw them out, we got to put them in groups, and really, I mean, it works for the airlines, works for Southwest Airlines, it's got to work for us.
Right.
And so that's what we ended up going with.
Yeah, that was fantastic, man. That was because that was definitely a turning point. Because, I mean, honestly, that was y'all's first star. The throwing stones thing. I mean, honestly, the board bully and the Republic and the Pro Advantage, I'll get to that later, but those were y'all's first star. But
Well, the board bully is still the #1 overall seller.
yes, I believe that.
And throwing stones makes phenomenal bags. I mean, Taylor, the craftsmanship. I mean, you talk about craftsmanship. He is the first bag manufacturer that really was like, this is a craft. And if I tell you guys that Taylor waited a year too long to release bags, he waited a year too long. He was sending me prototype after prototype after prototype, and I was like, dude, you just got to release bags. You know what I mean? They may be the best bag, they may not be the best bag, but you got to release them. And Taylor is a phenomenal craftsman of the game, and all those bag manufacturers that make the bags. I mean, we have 62 different series of bags made by over 20 different bag manufacturers. I think it's 23 actually. It's awesome, and I mean, a credit to all those bag manufacturers that do this. The ones that are in Texas, the ones that are in Louisiana, the ones that are in Oklahoma, New Mexico, all over the country that make bags.
The best.
Hey, we got a company from Canada wanting to try and get it in to make TCL bags.
There's a Canada company?
Yeah, there's a Canada company, and what's cool about it is my mom is from Canada.
That's
And
bad.
where we go for a family reunion, they are 15 minutes from there. And so the next family reunion I go, I'm going to go there and go play cornhole with them.
Is that on the, if you're looking at it this way, is it on the east side or west side of Canada?
It's on the east side. It's on the province of Ontario.
So is that the French side?
Nope. The French is the far east. This is right above like Detroit and all this of that. So if you go to like Toronto, like above Buffalo, and then you go to Toronto, and then about an hour and a half from there is a little town called Barrie, and then you also have Aurelia.
How's it spelled?
Barrie?
Barrie, yeah.
B-A-R-R.
Yeah, I knew it wasn't B-E. I knew.
Yeah.
It's fucking Canada. It's not fucking B-E.
Yeah,
No
Barrie. Barrie and Aurelia, and that is where they're from. But yeah, that is a company up there.
So you've been to Canada multiple times?
Multiple times. Yeah.
I've never been to Canada, but I've heard that, is it Whistler?
Whistler's out west. That is
Canada?
a great, yeah, that's Whistler and Banff, great ski resorts out
nice
west.
Place?
Yeah, they're phenomenal.
Is that compared to like United States Aspen? Is that comparable?
I mean, you're saying Aspen. I mean, come on.
Or
bougie.
whatever.
You're
I've never
bougie.
been skiing.
You're bougie, man.
I've never
Here
been
you go.
skiing.
No, here's
I don't
the
know.
deal. The mecca of
I've just
skiing.
heard.
The mecca of snow skiing is Vail. Okay, Vail in
Is
Colorado.
that Colorado?
Yep, Vail in Colorado is the mecca of snow skiing in North America. Banff, Whistler, Aspen's a kind of a ritzy type place to go to, but I mean, if you get the opportunity, go to Vail. Vail is a phenomenal place.
How far is Aspen from Vail?
About an hour and a half.
So it's not that
No.
big. Oh, okay.
No, there's so many ski resorts right in that A Basin area of Colorado.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'd rather go skiing on a tall mountain than get on a damn airplane.
Really?
Like
You don't like
single-
flying?
Just-
So would you ever go flying with John?
No.
Why?
No.
I mean, I cannot wait for
fucking
John.
helicopter that fell down a rock wall.
I can't wait for John to pick me up and take me to a cornhole meeting. Like, I am asking Big D, John, to take me on a plane trip.
Dude, he'll do
I
it.
wanna go.
He'll do it tomorrow.
I love it.
He'll do it
I
tomorrow.
want to go.
I don't know. man.
So we're gonna plan out probably this next year a destination cornhole tournament.
That'd be badass.
We're gonna pick out beach side place to go play cornhole.
Galveston.
Nope.
No. Levon.
Nope.
Levon Lake.
Nope. Not so much.
No.
No. Probably going out of the country. Probably gotta get on a plane.
Dude, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
Dude,
Will
you
you
know
do
what?
that?
My wife would definitely go because it's a destination.
Yeah.
Dude, you say destination in front of anything, she's like, all right, yeah, we're going. We're
Yeah.
good. Yeah. That's how the whole Jamaica thing happened. Hey, what I was gonna ask you too, this guy named Jason Andrews, how did you meet this guy?
So Jason, which is one of my best friends ever. But we didn't know each other before 2009, and so we had started hosting a few cornhole tournaments in the Roanoke area. And after we got done hosting this tournament in January, 81 team tournament in January back in 2009. Pretty impressive back then.
81 teams?
Yeah, back in 2009.
Jesus.
And so anyways.
On paper?
On paper.
Wow.
Running that bracket, having fun with all that. And so we decided to go to a bowling alley for a cornhole tournament. So it was over in Euless.
Yeah.
And went over there for a cornhole tournament. There was a total of 13 teams. And Jason and his Forney crew were all there. And then I had brought some guys from my area that just played cornhole, and we just kicked it off and started talking. And what's crazy is, one of the old guys, Jason McGregor, which is one of the best players back in the day, he was the guy that was running all the tournaments, but Jason Andrews and I started talking, and we just kind of hit it off. And within about 6 to 8 weeks, he decided to join TCL, and we partnered up, and the rest is history. And now he's my best friend. And
So the beginning is 2009.
2009, the winter of 2009. So 2009, 2010.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what went through y'all's head? Was it because y'all weren't getting fulfilled by anybody else? Like, there's nobody else doing it? Or was it like somebody else is doing it, but they suck at it?
No, there was no one really running cornhole tournaments back in the day. You got to remember, back in 2009, when I would say the word cornhole, people are like, really? What are you talking about?
Right.
And we get laughed out of places. And it was so hard to get venues or do stuff. You got to realize, we ran our first Ryder Cup at Mule Barn with 6 teams.
Shout out to
6
Mule Barn.
teams. 60 players at the first Ryder Cup. Year 2 and year 3 were at O'Shea's, where we had 11 courts.
O'Shea's, is that?
O'Shea's is a bar in
Tarrant County as
Colleyville.
well?
Yeah, O'Shea's is a bar in Colleyville. We ran 11 courts, and we had 12 teams.
Mm-hmm.
And we thought that was amazing.
I'm sure it was.
120 players
I'm sure it was.
at Ryder
Yeah.
Cup. In year 2011.
As far as a good time, that was
Yeah,
definitely a good
that
time.
was a good time, and
Fuck
it was
yeah,
it was fun.
yeah,
Joe
yeah.
Arrington got a tattoo, a TCL tattoo on his calf, and
Is
all
that
this
where he
stuff.
got it?
Oh yeah, he got it at O'Shea's.
Oh my
yeah,
God, that's so
and
funny.
all that stuff, and so that was
He's got a tattoo,
on his calf.
bam,
My partner.
of the brand on his fucking cap.
My partner.
How long did he get it at there?
Yeah, so what we did is we had him shoot 4 bags. Every bag he threw in was 25% of the pot, or 25% of the cost of the tattoo.
Really?
He threw 2 bags in. I paid for 50% of the tattoo.
That's fucking awesome.
I love it. Brittany,
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
Wow. Yeah, she hates it.
Yeah, she probably does. But anyways, so yeah, Jason I met back then, and we kind of hit it off. And
Yeah.
Jason's a great guy. He's a great business partner, and I really think we balance each other out. People kind of look at us and be like, golly, these two are totally different. But I really think, sometimes I will do just anything to make it right, or do this or do that. And Jason really keeps me in line and says, no, we have to stay here. But there's times where Jason is really taking the threshold and being this decision whenever I want to just say, all right, we're doing this. Mm-hmm. And now it's become a joke, whenever I go, because I'm known, I go literally take, on a Signature Series day, I probably take 5 showers.
Really?
Yes. Anytime I go get a break, I'm going to take a shower. Because it is the only...
Because it wakes you up, too. Right?
1, it wakes me up, gives me energy, and 2, and the third thing is, nobody can ask me a question.
It's true.
And it's awesome, and I love it, but at that same time, it allows me to collect my thoughts, come back down, cool down, come back and refresh and ready to go
That's
do
the
that
reason I
stuff.
built a shower in the shop.
Did you?
Yeah. Especially in the heat of summer,
Yeah.
you're just fucking frustrated by the day and the heat. Just go in there, shower, you come back. You really do feel different.
You do.
Yeah.
And it really is, it's a phenomenal deal. I really love it.
Yeah.
And, going up and doing that stuff. I remember one time though, I think we were in Denton, and I went over there to take a shower, and I think it was Joe Arrington actually that called me and wanted to talk, and I had my Bluetooth deal, and I put my Bluetooth in, I'm in the shower, and finally, halfway through the conversation, Joe goes, "Are you in the shower?" I'm like, "Yes, Joe, I'm in the shower, I'm trying to relax, and yes, I'm answering all your questions, man." He's like,
"You're lucky that I answered the damn
he's
call."
like, "Just call me back when you're done." I'm like, "All right, we're good."
Wow.
Yeah.
So they make waterproof Bluetooth?
No, I just did neck down. Just
Oh, okay. Got you. Okay, cool. Hey, so as far as board heights,
Yeah.
when you first started TCL, it's 2009, right?
Yep.
So in 2009, oh, hey, Randy.
Sorry, guys.
How you doing, sir?
You order beer?
Yeah, we just been waiting for you all night. But okay, you know Chad, right? Yeah. Okay.
How we doing, sir?
That's Randy.
Doing all right.
He's just some guy I like to play with. So,
I got questions.
hey, get your beer.
I got questions about that.
Get your beer. So, when you first started TCL, was the board height the same in ACL, or was ACL's always been higher?
Well, ACL didn't come around until about 7 years after we started.
TCL is older than ACL.
Absolutely.
Double.
So, I mean, credit to what Stacy's done with the Pro Division, ACL. I think that's phenomenal. ACO was what was around, and we kind of did some stuff, and there was
Maybe I should say that.
There was varying.
The ACO standard and the TCO standard the same?
We were right there. Same boards, same stuff. I think that our manufacturer, over the course of time, I think that their jig may have gotten messed up, and I didn't think we realized it because that was all we played on. That was all we ordered. And
that's not your job.
It is. It is my job. And
to make the boards?
No, it's my job to make sure it's right.
Oh, okay.
And when someone finally brought it up to me, I was like, you know what? We got to look at this. We got to correct it.
But I like how you take responsibility anyways.
Yeah. And so whenever we came out with the TX Factor boards, we've also gone. We talked to our manufacturer that makes some of our other series of boards, and we've adjusted those and doing those things. So yes, we're back at that 12-inch height. We've created so anybody that's bought boards back in time, just recently, you can buy. We got these bumpers. We have the whole diagram of what instructions to follow. You put them on for $5. You can raise your boards up to the right height.
That's fucking badass.
So.
And you know what? I'd rather buy those than buy whole new boards.
Absolutely.
Especially because I'm used to those boards. I'm gonna keep throwing those boards.
And they work great.
Yeah.
My neighbor purchased 3 sets. But we had 3 sets.
The bumpers?
Yep. And they come in like 3 days.
Yeah.
2 5/8 inches. Put in the middle. And the instructions were easy to follow.
Yeah, and that's where we didn't want people to feel like, okay, they're trying to sell us on getting new boards. And that was my deal, is I wasn't going to release the new boards until I had a solution for people to be able to know that, hey, here's your $5 solution. If you want to buy the other boards that are there that will be that height, great, here's what we got.
Yeah.
But it has been challenging. When you talk about, and a lot of people do, and I hate saying stuff, but COVID has caused a major deal. One, running tournaments with masks and all that stuff, and then you start talking about, okay, resin shortage. Okay, let's buy bulk and resin and then give it to our manufacturers to be able to make bags. Or, okay, let's buy a ton of bags just in case we don't run out, so that our players will have the opportunity to buy bags. And then third, go on to plywood and all that stuff, and the shortages and all those things.
Hey, but the fact y'all gave a shit to do that, it's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And instead of saying, hey, that's y'all's problem.
Right. And it's fun, man. It's really, we love this game.
Yeah. That's the thing, man, is that you can tell y'all got the passion. That y'all give a fuck about fixing shit. Like with the whole Yeti thing and just the throwing stones thing, I was just like, they ain't never figuring that out. That's, and they figured it out, and it's the past now. Like, that's a thing in the past. This whole, oh my God, people are just cramming, trying to get this one bag. That's a thing in the past.
Right.
And it's because of y'all. Y'all figured it out. I don't know if I could have figured it out. What are you looking at, man?
What's up there?
What? You got the Calavera.
What?
It's a brand new bag.
What? He's a bag nut too.
It'll go live on Thursday.
Those are 4 different colorways.
That's the sun, the
It's a
cherry,
6.9, right?
the turquoise, and the black.
It's a 6.9, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So their eyes are all the same.
It's Dia de los Muertos.
So the skull is the same color skull, just a different background.
Mm-hmm. Hey, you see this one? This is my set.
Cool.
Yeah, I like that blue. Hey, so who's got more wins right now, you or Jason?
I mean, I don't know.
No, I'm talking about one-on-one.
Oh, 101? Well, I mean, I kind of
As
did.
far as like,
you know what?
since
I did.
2009.
I did
Since
him.
2009.
I mean, I do.
You do?
I do, but I did him dirty in Oklahoma City.
Really?
Oklahoma City, I did him dirty at Signature Series. So we're playing at this venue we should not have probably hosted Signature Series at, but we did because we wanted to, do it and all some of that. And so we're up there, and there was so many courts in the middle section that were regular height, and there was a couple of courts off to the left that were like 8 foot height. And I know Jason likes to shoot it really high.
He's a high thrower. He's
Well, when it came up for Jason to play, I was like, yeah, put us over there. And that was back when we had paper brackets, and I was like, yeah, put us over there.
Push lead.
Jason and I show up at the course, he's like, really? And I was like, hey man, it's where it got drawn. And we went and played, and I beat him 21-1, and he was so mad.
Does he know
that
you did?
Oh, he knows it.
Now?
And it was hilarious. It was the greatest thing in
Did
the
you
world.
tell him that same day?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
He was so mad.
Oh,
But
yeah.
it was awesome. So yeah.
Hold on, did you run it back?
Do what?
Did you run it
We
back?
run it back, and he's kicked my ass, and I kicked his
but
ass.
at that tournament.
No, I'm not in that tournament.
Hell
No. I get my perks on that one.
What happened with the designs on the Game Changers?
What do you mean?
Like, because I know you released this set first, right? And then I think there was a waiting period. You had to wait like a long period for another set to come out.
Yep.
And then this came out.
Yep.
Is that why?
The splatter?
Because
No.
they came out with a different design. Is that why?
No, it's not. They really wanted to roll out a new design. We originally had the man haloed out all over too.
Dude, I love that, man. I love the
And
cowboy.
so the cowboy right here is haloed out, all that stuff of that ghosted, and then we came out with the splatter and all that stuff. And so, Game Changer and All Cornhole and, that whole group, Frank Modlin, I love Frank. Frank is one of those guys I've known since when we started this deal, since we went to Tunica in 2010. I love Frank and Chad Littlewood. What's crazy is Chad Littlewood used to be Utah Cornhole before he became All Cornhole. Okay? Utah Cornhole made some of our original cornhole bags.
That's awesome.
For TCL.
That's great.
And all of that. And so, they're partnered up with ACL. We hope that All Cornhole will change their stance. We hope that players
hope so
reach
too,
out to All Cornhole to tell them, hey, listen, y'all need to, sell some Game Changers, Frank. Let's sell some.
Yes.
Let's get whether it's a Game
that's
Changer.
something that the players could have because I feel like
Y'all got to reach out. Reach out to Frank. Reach out to Chad
I'm not
Littlewood.
reaching out because I hate
Dude.
the bags because I get beat by them. all
No,
the
but
time.
I'd reach out, man.
Okay.
Like, we'd
Okay.
love to have the bags, man. I love,
Yeah.
Frank Modlin is one of the coolest stories of cornhole in the history. He is a teacher, a PE teacher, back in his home state. Okay, he came up with this design of this bag and has made a good deal off this bag. And to supplement a teacher's salary, Frank Modlin is phenomenal. What a great human, what a great cornhole player. Awesome deal. Chad is, we enjoyed working with Chad. And, I hate that there's beef between ACL, TCL, and all this stuff with that.
That's
And I,
what's
and, I,
weird.
and I wish there wasn't.
That's
but
what's weird to
and
me
I wish
is
that we
that-
could.
That's
do
what's
that.
weird to me is that, like, there used to be TCL game changers available to Texas players, and then I figured that stopped because ACL's like, you guys can't do it anymore because we're about to do it, but you guys are about to stop letting it happen. And it's not like there's a bunch of ACL communities coming in town. There's not. So it's like,
Yeah.
there's a big following for that.
Well, competition's good for anything. You know what I mean? Like
Oh, definitely.
if you were the only, repair shop here in town,
Yeah.
it wouldn't be good.
That's
You
why I
mean?
love the Big
You
D
need somebody doing it,
and the
and,
bag
all the
brokers.
different bag manufacturers.
Yeah, I love
we
it.
love it. You know what I mean? And
I love
and we love what the ACL does for the pro players is by far the best of any organization in America for what they do with the pro players.
Mm-hmm.
I will say on the flip side, what TCL does for our non-pro players and even allowing our pro players that live in our area, what we do at the conference level is by far the best in the country. We run a phenomenal organization for those players that don't want to get on a plane every weekend to go play cornhole, but want to every 6 to 8 weeks go to a hotel convention center and be able to play amongst 800 players, 1,600 players at Ryder Cup and enjoy what we do. I think we do a phenomenal deal, and I think there's a problem with why we can't coexist. And the problem with that is there's two reasons. One, the tier rankings, and one, the bag stuff. The bag stuff can be solved because neither one of us make bags. We all want to do our bags. We should come up with the system that all works for everybody, okay? And what it does so that players can do it. And then two, the tier rankings. I'll hold firm on this. The way we do our tier rankings is better than any other organization in cornhole across the country. At the point that we have the more variety of people being able to play with people is what cornhole needs. We don't need to just put people in divisions. We need to put people in tiers so that you can change partners and be able to still play competitive cornhole.
That's what I'm talking about. Because that means you would be a, what are you right now, a C?
I'm a D.
So,
I don't know how to get bumped
so you would be a B in this new one. Hey,
in this new way.
come here. Tell me which one you like better while I go to Western break. Sit down.
Why?
Guest host.
Which one I like better?
Yes. Because this is the Gen 1,
Okay.
and this is the Gen 2. And they're not that far apart. This is what? What's the difference in... This is like maybe 4 months apart or 3?
Well, you got to remember that back when these got made, which is probably 2017, 2018, that resin back then was not, bag manufacturers didn't get first. But most bag manufacturers got seconds or thirds of a resin. And so they would order a Gaylord, which is 1,000 pounds. And so outside that Gaylord, then the bags would change.
They both feel like I couldn't throw.
The same here.
Hey, where have you seen the most pristine game changers ever?
Your place.
Yeah, no doubt.
I've got to say the game changers that have never been thrown.
I'm sure you have a whole.
I don't have the collection that CJ has. CJ has probably the best collection I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's a good one. So, getting back to bumps, and this can be cut. So what's the deal with bumps? What is the? I think that's what players want to know. What I'm hearing the most is like, oh shit, I got bumped to a B and I don't even know what I did. I got bumped to a C and I didn't win anything in SIG, or like I didn't. And then, so I didn't play at SIG 2.
Okay.
So whose responsibility is it to bump a guy who doesn't play at SIG, who only plays like in local leagues?
That is up to, right now, currently it's up to the regional director. Okay. What we want to get the data from Scoreholio on your PPR. Okay. Scoreholio does two pieces of data, SPR and PPR. We'll take SPR first. Okay. SPR is great for what Scoreholio wants it to be. The problem with SPR is you and I can go play right now on this court. Okay. And that affects our SPR.
Correct.
In front of no one.
Correct.
If you want your SPR to be better, I will sacrifice mine and we'll make it to where it'll be better.
Oh yeah, you can gain.
You can manipulate it so much more.
Correct.
Okay, which I love
Well,
what
it's not only
Cornhole
that.
wants to do with the SPR, because I think there needs to be, like in sports, okay, when you talk about what's your favorite sport?
Football.
Okay, football. NFL or college?
NFL.
Okay. What's your favorite team?
Pittsburgh.
Steelers?
Yes, sir.
Oh man, I love Mike Tomlin. Okay, so let's take the Steelers, okay? Do you care about their AFC division record, or do you care about their AFC overall record?
What, division first, then overall?
Correct, okay? And what I mean about that is when you start talking about your SPR, I would love for there to be 2. I want my global, all your games, but I want my league SPR, meaning that your SPR in any sanctioned TCL event.
That's always been my thing.
Because here's the deal, I don't care what you do at your house, what you do at a non-TCL event, I want to know what you do at our events. And if I have questions on this, I can always go back to your global, to your overall record, but I want to see that, okay?
Well, and I also
And-
have said that people, like, you go to a Switch Oleo
Yep.
on a Friday night, there's gamesmanship going on, you see guys that, that are heading to the bottom,
Yep.
sandbagging. Well, that's hurting their SPR if they're losing those games.
Yep.
And then they win some games, their SPR goes back up. So, those guys don't care. Whereas if you take league games,
Yep.
nobody's sandbagging at league.
No. No one is.
Nobody's sandbagging at league. So my thing is this. So SPR, what is a C player? Where is the cutoff with PPR?
So, okay, we'll talk PPR for a second. And CJ,
What's your PPR?
we get some pictures right quick?
Goddamn
Do you
right.
know? I want to get some pictures of me up here doing all
You
this
just
stuff.
asked the best person.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So here's the deal with PPR, okay? So we talked about SPR, okay? Global, and we talked about league, okay? Now let's talk about the PPR. PPR is something that cannot tell you what you are, but can tell you what you're not. Okay? Does that make sense yet? Not yet, okay?
But I see where.
Okay, so here's the deal. At the lower level, when we're talking social division,
Okay.
if you're washing 7s, okay, what are you at least throwing?
7.
Okay? Does it matter if you dirtied the board and got 7s?
No.
Not really. Do you think you're a social player throwing 7s? Probably not. Right? Okay?
Okay.
Let's say it this way. We're A players. Okay? If we wash boards at 6s or 7s, is that probably a strategic round or a goof up round?
A players? That's a goof up round.
Probably a strategic round. Meaning that I'm gonna board it, you're gonna board it, and I'm gonna dare you to go over top. And we may miss one, make one, miss one, some of that. But if we average a 7.5, okay, as an A player, it doesn't mean I'm not an A player. It just means that that game was more strategic. We threw less. All right, we're all going to make him in the hole, and we're going to slide him in, slide him in, slide him in. We played a strategic round if we're both A players playing each other. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Or we had an off game. But if you're a social player and you're averaging 7s or averaging 8s, you're not. You're putting 2 in the hole, 2 in the board. That's not social. What an E player is, okay, when you look at it, an E player, okay, which is my wife, and which is a lot of people out there, an E player is someone that literally, if they make it in the hole, what do?
Freak out.
Freak out. Jump up and down. Thank you, okay? If you're a D player,
So true. They do.
And you're
oh my
like-
God, I freaking made
And
it
you're,
hole!
and you're like, do that again. Whatever
Yes.
that was, do it again. And the next
Absolutely.
2 are off the board. You're
Way off the board, short, whatever. A D player, okay, is someone, if they make 4 in the hole, they're excited,
Okay.
in my opinion. Okay?
All right.
Or if they do that, they're excited. If you're not excited as a D player making 4 in the hole, welcome to competitive. In my opinion. If you're a C player, okay, what you're going to do, if you're making 4 in the hole, you're counting how many times you make 4 in the hole. Because you as a competitive player are competitive. You know how to throw the game. You know what you're doing. But what the difference is you can't.
You're talking about a 6.5.
You can't honestly. You can't honestly say that you got every shot nailed down, ready for the big time. Okay, you're gonna miss some frames to do that. But you are counting as a C player. You're saying, listen, CJ. At the end of the night, dude, I had 7 big techs tonight, dude. I was getting it. I was awesome. I was having fun. That's a C player. Okay.
Yes.
A B player
Yes.
is someone that does not count their big techs, but it's someone that says, okay, I had 3 frames that I literally threw a 2, a 1, a 5, that if I would have thrown these, I would have been able to compete in the deal. That's the difference between a B and a C, okay? When you're talking about an A player is someone that can compete at all times. Do they have a bad frame every now and then? Probably, because they're gonna take some risks. But at the same time, they're less apt counting them, and they're more apt saying, you know what? I went on this run, I did this, I did these things. And that's the difference
Yes.
when it all boils down.
Who came up with the word big text?
I did.
Yes.
I mean, here's the deal.
Dude,
Here's
that's
the
a
deal.
fucking
When
badass-
we went to our first
If
tournament,
you hit a 4-bagger, big text.
yes. And when we went to our first tournament, they were like, "Oh, it's a 4-bagger." I'm like, "No, it's a big text. I mean, we're just gonna call it a big text. We're from Texas. You mean we're Texas proud?
I love that.
You hit 4 bags in the hole. It's a freaking big text.
Yes.
It's a big text.
Yes. That's all you hear.
It
now
is what it
that
is.
It's a big fucking
That's a
text.
big text.
Yeah.
DFT, buddy.
Yeah.
So what bags are you going to use on me, man?
What are we gonna throw with, man?
Oh, no. It's whatever you want.
I mean,
I got some bags over there.
you pick the poison and
No,
I'll
no,
play.
no. I'm tempted. I'm tempted to use the bags that you beat me with the other day.
We threw those one time at SIG. That one day we couldn't figure
Or
out.
these? I know. But
The Republics, I like those.
but he used brand new bags to beat me. Crispy bags.
All right, so here's what we're gonna do. Okay.
I want to play him at some point this evening.
In all
Oh, you
fairness,
will.
in all fairness,
I'm not flipping you
we'll
for
play a
it.
doubles match.
Oh, we will.
We'll play a doubles
We're
match.
playing singles too.
No, we're playing
I'm getting-
Calaveras.
I'm
We're
getting-
playing
You're
Calaveras.
playing singles.
I'm
yeah.
getting bumped tonight.
Oh shit.
We're gonna play some Calaveras right now.
Okay.
We're gonna
do
do
it.
the new bags. We're gonna go new bags because that's what I like to throw.
Okay.
Did you
I'm
bring
gonna.
2 full sets of these?
We'll throw the one person will throw the weird colors.
Well, then
All right, so here's my deal, and I'll ask you this question,
Okay.
and I want honest feedback.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
That's
These
just-
are my bags. These are my bags.
that's your set of bags right there. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what if a bag manufacturer, let's just say that this bag manufacturer, okay, made this bag, this bag, this bag, and this bag, but they were all the same design. Is this fair to throw versus that?
Yes.
If they're all the same design.
So
No hesitation. Yes.
I thought about that at the beginning because I was like, look, you had the Say Wins,
Yeah.
I'm your Huckleberry, and you had the State Series. You had you had like 3 or 4 different makes of that bag, and I was like, shit, that State Series, that one that's swayed on the front, you
Yeah.
can throw that as a blocker, and it's hard to push that bag around once it's
Yeah.
stuck to the board. And then the rest of them, you could have us,
Yeah.
I don't know, that's not fair. All the bags have to be
I
identical.
think it's fair, as long as they're all the same design.
No.
Because that does matter. Is like when you're concentrated on the board, you don't want to worry about which bag is whose.
Yeah.
Here's a question for you. So they're supposedly they've been finding some like BBs in bags and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. They're allowed.
Doesn't matter, right?
Doesn't matter.
You can
It's
fill this
all
with anything as long as it's within the weight.
450 grams. Well, here's the deal. You cannot.
And it
put-
can't be made from Russia.
You can be.
can't.
Here's the deal. It cannot have anything in the bag that can damage the boards.
That's it, and nothing that leaves a residue. Right?
Correct.
I read the rules.
Yes.
'Cause that's why I was
But
like,
you can have a BB in there because what the BBs help with is helps with you not having a full bag. Because based on the resin, you can design your fill, which really, guys, is a proprietary knowledge of what bag manufacturers do. Fabrics are fabrics. It's like you saying, oh, your Adidas dry fit shirt is the same as an Under Armour dry fit shirt. Well, screw that. It's based on what it is inside. It's not the fabrics. It's based on the fill inside,
Which is
the
what-
stitching, and honestly, the third thing, which is CJ's favorite, the design.
Yeah. Well, but John, when John Sardinsky was here,
Yeah.
he said, fabric is fabric. He said the bags. He said you can have the same 2 fabrics, have them stitched. He said use 3 different templates, 3 different fills, and have 3 completely different bags. He said what makes the biggest difference is template and fill.
Well, and to touch on Jonathan, what he said was, in the last 9 months, and the cool thing is about bag manufacturers nowadays, to be a bag manufacturer 2 years ago was a lot more difficult than now. Okay? Nowadays, there is a company out here in Dallas that makes machines that does your stitching, that does your fill, that does all your stuff like that. And it's based here in Dallas. How cool is that? And they supply majority of the bag manufacturers across the country. Okay? And they have templates. And this is what's kind of cool is I was fortunate enough, I went on a business meeting for my credit card processing to this back company in Keller, Texas, okay, called SR Back Company, okay? And I'll relate this back to Cornhole here in a second.
Yeah.
And SR Back Company is one of 28 bat manufacturers for MLB bats, okay?
They make the bats.
They make the bats from their deal, okay? And then what they do is based on the bat, they can do it. But what's cool about it is in order to be an approved bat manufacturer in MLB, after you get approved, you get every template that every bat manufacturer does. It's common knowledge.
That's cool.
It's based on your, golly, what do they call them? The wood, the deal right there. It's no, it's something different. But anyways, the lumber that is made right there, okay? The density and all this of that is what is unique, is your wood that you're able to get, and then you can say, okay, I want a Pudge Rodriguez duplicate that, because they have to, send them off to the MLB. And so this machine now with all of Cornhole has all these templates in there. So you can literally go and do some of this stuff and create some of these templates and see the templates that are out there, which is cool. But here's the problem: you don't have the design, you don't have the fill, and you don't have the marketing power, which are the main things, which was what made and what built America. When you talk about it, America wasn't built on, hey, we created this deal. It was, we were the best at marketing, we were the best at this, we were the best at doing all this, we were the best at this, and this is what made different things produce and go
Yeah,
back.
if you think about it, everybody who left from overseas, they were like, we don't like to be stepped on, we don't like to be underappreciated, we know our worth, we're going to go across seas and start our own business or world or whatever you want to call it, and they did it.
Yeah. And it's awesome, and
Fucking did
you
it.
love it, man.
Yeah.
And you love seeing those
free
things.
enterprise isn't free. I mean, it's
Nothing's free.
business is dog eat dog, and it's survival of the fittest, and that's what Americans are. I mean, the cream rises to the top, and but that's the thing is in America you're given that opportunity. Like these bag makers, you're giving all these bag makers an opportunity, and the players are selecting and letting you guys know which bags they prefer, which bags. Stay hot.
So the bags I'm going to use are these. I'm going to use my because he beat me last time with brand new bags. I'm going to play with
Well, it
brand
sounds
new
like
bags.
you're going to play. Both of you are going to play. You're going to play with those Cavaleros.
We're gonna play the Calaveras.
Fuck it.
Cavaleros.
Fuck it. He's got one blue one. I got 4 blue ones.
Mine will go in the hole.
We just got to keep track of
Well, let me
that blue
see.
one. That's all right. We'll just keep track of that blue one.
Put it in.
We'll do 2 down and back.
2 down bags. We're live right now.
Oh, we're live right now?
We're live ammo.
I love that. Did you get that?
That's a man
He said
after
we're
my
live
own
right
heart
now.
there.
All right. Cool.
All right.
You get first bag because you're captain.
Oh, you got it. Home advantage.
Okay. Here we go. Get some. so needed that one. What's the score on that?
These wash. I got 1.
You got one? Okay, you got one.
It's like you're throwing throw pillows from the 1970s.
Dude, I needed that one bad.
Floral. They're pretty guys.
Brand new, it's gonna be broken in.
Oh yeah.
So we should have washed them beforehand.
So if I board it, it's a tie.
Is it?
Fucking shit! He got one. Damn it.
Boarded for the wash, right?
Dude, boarding is hard, man. People don't know it. Boarding is hard. Boarding on a plane, boarding on a board, doesn't matter, it's hard. 7-0. Woo! Mr. Eubags. Oh, yes.
We're gonna make sure to tag the bag manufacturer in this video. For sure.
Big Tex! No. Oh. I'm going to score on you, Chad Jacobson. I'm going to score.
You said you played in the SIG?
Yeah.
What was the result there?
I think I scored 6.
Hey.
6 or 7.
You've been drinking? Yeah.
Uh-oh. 4.
Quattro. A 5 score on it. Oh, that took forever.
13-4.
All I see is skulls.
Yeah, break these in.
All right, first back for CJ. Hey, you know what's CJ too? Chad Jacobson? Ah, he's the original CJ. Ooh. Oh no. Damn it. Son of a. Hey, what's the fast side? Slow side?
The fast side's man.
Oh, oh my god, he's about to big text me again.
What is that? 10 to
6.
4? 6.
do is make that.
19-4.
See? It's good you don't have the red hat on. That's what it is.
Oh, this one.
Your cowboy hat on.
You really had to open airmail. Oh, that's game, right?
Good game.
Okay, 21-4. Chad Jacobson won. I get a different bag.
All right.
Alright.
You get a different bag too?
If you want, sure. Of course. Alright, so those are all my bags at the top. Okay. Are you gonna use the same bags?
Do what?
What bags are you gonna use? The same ones?
Oh, shit. You in trouble now.
Phoenix? Okay. Just like last time, we're gonna start cold.
You just threw a game.
That's what you say?
You just threw a game. That's not cool.
Very good.
Just because you changed bags.
Okay, you go.
You got it.
Damn it. I think it doesn't matter. When you're playing it in a copy time. Two for Mr. Big Tex. The guy who invented Big Tex.
It's all good time right here, brother. It's all a good time. Here we go. You ready?
Here we go.
I really love this carpet. Look at that.
Oh, I love it. Especially the design.
Cool, cool.
What's the score right now?
You put one in?
I got a score to make one.
No, I think. Yeah.
It's 6-4 right now.
Yeah.
Uno más.
One for the big man. I knew you were gonna get these.
Did you?
That's why I put them out. 7-0.
Not so bad.
Hey, when El Patron is scoring, you just can't stop him.
You got 2 in?
3.
For you?
Yeah, I thought I scored, bro. Believe it or not. I'm gonna have a Street Fighter element.
Win Davis. I like it.
There we go. Get a little cross flow. Finally.
2. All right, now
5-7, we got a game.
we got a ball game.
Finally.
Ooh. All right.
Remember your CJ. Up church. Doesn't take well up church back up. You'll be proud.
What was that?
That was a Sammy Soto.
The most unintentional goal ever recorded.
Oh.
6?
4.
For 4.
10.
6. Sorry.
Dude, look how that shit's hanging.
I know.
What the fuck?
All right, what do we got? 9-7.
Uh-oh.
Ever since we got the crosswind here.
It's all
Look
about
at this.
It's all about the crosswind.
Yeah. CJ, when do you let the dogs out?
The end of the night.
I saw that video of spicy nuggets and french fries. Did you see those dogs?
Oh, damn it.
God.
1.
Limited to 1.
Let the dogs get you.
All right, so here we go. What are we betting down the home stretch? 9-8. What are we
got
betting?
If I beat you, then it's 1-1.
No, we gotta bet something.
I know CJ doesn't like his
25 push-ups.
No, what are we betting? Bags?
I don't know, but it's got to be a game 3 thing because I got to fucking beat you. Right now I'm winning 9-8. What do you want?
Basically giving you, he's spotting you a point in a game to 11, 12. In a game to 12, he's spotting you a point.
call.
What bags do you want to offer up?
You ever seen
Well,
those?
it's got to be a game 3 thing.
You ever seen those 1-on-1 cracks?
Game 3. What if we don't make it to game 3?
Exactly.
I think that's the one that matters the most.
I mean, game 2 bet?
Okay, game 2 bet, just $50.
$50. All right, I'm in.
All right, $50. This is game 2. I'm up 9-8. $50. Here we go. It's my bag. Game 3 is definitely going to be his blue game changer.
Is it your bag?
Yeah.
No.
Are you sure?
Oh shit.
I mean, if you
I'm
want
glad
to
you
throw
said
it, throw
that
it.
because I would have thrown.
I know.
What you been drinking tonight?
Apple juice.
I believe it. I think that was after you been drinking some of your dad's concoction.
Son of a bitch.
He blew it.
He blew it.
Throw the slick side.
Come on, Bobby.
You know what doesn't kick?
The slick side. Throw it up the middle, dude.
9-9.
Right there, partner. Come on, CJ. Come on, CJ.
Damn it.
Ooh. Chance to get out of this.
Get in for the wash. Get in for the wash.
Uh-oh. Nice to the table. CJ Marquez. On the tee shot.
Slight breeze out of it.
Got Tony Romo over here.
Slight breeze.
27 feet.
Move to right to left. 18 miles an hour.
No!
And we're off for
Damn
3.
it. Oh my god.
What is that, 30 and a half feet to the front edge of the cup?
Yeah.
Dude, when Tony Romo's announcing my games, I just can't play. Fucking Tony.
Oh! Let's see. Vision to the right, to the left. Get you 4 right here.
Oh my god. My fourth bag just sucks. 10-8. I threw my detriment in my fourth fucking bag.
All right, partner. Here we go. Big round right here. Like Papa used to say, let's separate. It's time to separate right here.
12-11.
Time to separate. This is the point. Places at the table.
Oh. I just gotta forget he's there. I gotta pretend I'm playing with myself.
Open your eyes.
Oh, push right through that.
Hey.
Dude, that was a badass shot. That was badass.
Look.
Woo, that was nasty.
To get both was, but.
Nice bag.
Oh!
CJ! Woo! Damn it.
Get you some, come on.
Oh, yes, finally. Is that a wash?
Three.
All right.
Fourth bag. Dude, that was awesome. Some editing, we may have been throwing those bags all night.
All right.
Alright, 14-13.
14-13.
$500 on the line, right?
$500. Ford Bronco over there in the
Oh
garage.
my God.
I'm driving it home.
That green one?
I'm driving it home.
I don't know if you'll make
My
it.
wife already said she loved it.
Oh my goodness. Did he tell you the story on that?
Uh-uh.
He had it forever, gave it back to the guy. 2 days later, it's in here wrecked again.
Okay, he told me that. Okay, hold up now. You're in a rhythm now.
Oh, you're gonna take me out of it.
Let's talk about this.
Let's talk about this.
This is part of being an A player.
Oh, this is the A player.
Yes, this is the A
This is the
player.
open player right here.
Yes, you have to.
And of course, it does it in my fourth bag.
Don't blow it left.
Don't pull it left.
Oh! Woo!
Two.
Shank?
Good God. Finally.
Uh-oh.
Finally threw a big check.
We got a ball game here, folks.
16-13.
Uh-oh. Alright.
5K on the line.
5K now. I like it. It's moving up.
That's why you don't bring your bookkeeper to the fucking game.
He knows the bottom line. Ooh, terrible. Terrible. Oh, shit.
Fuck.
Blew it.
Forward two right now. In for one.
Did I get one?
You did.
Oh my God.
That was terrible.
17-13 for you folks at home. 17-13.
That was the worst frame altogether.
It's because you upped it to 5K.
Alright.
17-13.
You shut me down lately. Alright, here we go. Partner.
Partner.
You ready, partner?
17-16. He's found it.
Yes, sir.
Just every time you lost it. There you go.
He's still a big text.
Hey, yes, in this stay alive.
Oh!
Big. 2017.
20-17, left side.
Yeah, ever since Chad mentioned that you shut him down,
He's got a way with words.
he just planted that little seed of.
He's got a way with words.
Ooh. That wasn't short. That was the best I can do.
Wow, what the fuck is going on?
6 is the best you can do now.
Well, I could do an end one.
Well, yeah, and still give up. Well, no, no. Oh!
Got me. All right, Randy, you try to get you get one shot.
Okay.
Hold on, you got a quarter?
So here we go. They're gonna put. That's it. Can you move the floor? We can do whatever.
Alright, here you go.
Is this live or what?
Airmail first shot.
He doesn't want to throw first bag. He thinks it's some kind of an advantage.
That was there though.
Woo! Alright.
What's that?
Was that live?
Yeah. What do you mean? Is that live? Chad said he doesn't need to warm up.
Just
9-5.
like you. 9-5.
We spun through it all that.
All right, look at y'all.
Alright, now you get first bag.
Y'all fancy.
Oh shit. Oh shit. 2, 6. CJ!
Come on, CJ, you can be Randy. That's a good thing. No matter what happened tonight, CJ won.
I know, right?
Yes.
I love it.
CJ is undefeated in the house.
Right now, CJ is 2-0. Good bag. Nice.
2. Big Tex in the house.
He's like, I'm sliding that shit in there.
Because it was on slick side too. He's like, that's just gonna fall.
Oh yeah. Good bag.
So it's 6-2 left side. Good bag. Yeah, that was draggable, man. Normal bag. Don't get overexcited, Randy. Just play your game. Don't get overexaggerated. Just play your game, bro. Take your time. You still got time to beat the boss.
The boss.
It's a good blocker.
You said that like Bruce Springsteen.
Good bag. Good fucking bag, bro. I didn't even see that coming. I didn't see it either.
Oh, did you see that one coming? 5.
That was a sick. That was Chad's first airmail of the night. And he fucking just drained it.
That's a lot in a couple ends.
I did not fucking see that shit coming either. Good blocker. That was a good shot.
No. Little wash there, partner.
Partner?
Come on, partner.
Hey, but in all honesty, Randy, I think you'd play better if you would wear Adidas shoes with your Adidas shirt and pants.
Oh.
You got to, bro.
Oh. Okay.
Just saying.
Fashion tips from CJ.
You goddamn right.
And I would play better?
Yes, automatically you'd play better. Because you'd feel better, you'd feel sexier, and you'd play better. Just like that. Stay there. Stay there.
I am here. Shit.
It's a good bag.
Great.
That was a good try though.
I'm never gonna not shoot it.
20-6.
6. I'm scoring more than 6 though.
El Patron is just washing this fucking garage down.
Oh no, I'm gonna score this in.
He's cleansing the dojo.
He heard that. He didn't like it.
He's cleansing the dojo.
Chad doesn't like a gauntlet being thrown down. He will rise to the challenge.
Good bag.
And you keep leaving it open for me, and I cannot capitalize.
Is that a wash?
Yeah.
Wash left.
Wow. Nice.
Left-handed.
Not. Was that left-handed? Oh shit. Randy, he's toying with you now.
Okay.
He just needs 1 point.
I know.
So that means you just need to play your normal game,
Yep.
straight down the middle.
I know.
Fuck it.
Like I always do.
Just a boring game. Just play it straight down the middle.
Yep. It's gonna happen here.
Fuck that bag. Go straight down the middle. There you go. Perfect. Perfect. That was fucked up.
Alright. You're gonna be hit and miss.
Good bag. You're up.
Alright, you just gotta make it in.
Dude, Chad knows how to fucking tuck your ass out of a win.
Hey, don't shank it left. Shanks for playing.
That was awesome, dude.
How long you been playing, Chad?
Nah, dude. He's got both, man. He's got the.
How long you been playing?
Since 2009.
Yeah.
No, that's when TCL started. How long you been playing? You didn't just go wake up one day and say, hey, you know what? I think I'm gonna buy these boards. I'm gonna start fucking a corner.
I started throwing in 2009. I threw a couple games in 2004, and then came back in 2009 and started playing.
And when did you start TCL?
2009.
So, but when we say started TCL, how big was TCL when you started it?
At our tournaments, 100, 150 players
Like at a big.
at a regional.
And he's 3-0 in Cornhole Dojo. Wow. Dude, you hit some badass shots, man. You really did.
I got lucky.
Nah, you hit some badass shots. Like, you hit some badass collect shots.
Throwing stones, Phoenix, right here.
Hey, you know what Taylor loves? Taylor's gonna love watching this and be like, hey, the boss was throwing that thing.
Okay, anybody need a riffle? Got a
For
free-
whiskey?
Whatever. We got it all over there. Ice.
Got it on ice.
You want to play it all?
No,
You don't want to play?
no.
You and I versus them?
Oh shit.
Come on.
He's just about the looks.
He's about the what?
He's just there for like sitting pretty.
Oh.
No, but for real, man, my fourth bag tonight was just shit. It was dog shit.
It was a little off.
Like, even at one point, like when I was just on fire, he pointed it out. He was like, wait, you're on fire. Hold on a second.
You're in rhythm.
Hold on a second.
That's
and
the
then,
key though.
and then most players, they do that on the slide without saying it. But Chad's like saying it. He's like, wait.
He's telling you what he's doing.
Yeah. I was like, fuck.
Start throwing these back there. They need to be dirty.
Hey Josh, go ahead and shut that door. Before a car shows up and fucking slams into us.
No, the credit union wrecked their car.
Don't you want that business? That's like a.
So, are we rolling?
We're rolling.
Good roll.
Okay, here's my question
All right.
that I've been
Yeah.
asking everybody that has no input into the actual answer, but you do. So, let's say it's a championship game, doubles or singles, and let's say you and me are playing each other,
Mm-hmm.
and you
We
went
stand
down.
up.
You went down first for your bags. You're
Yep.
getting your bags out of the hole.
Yep.
And let's say I'm just fragile. I'm a good player. I'm a badass player, but I'm just fragile. So you're getting your bags, and then I start going down to get my bags, and you come up, you freaking knock me out. Cold. And this game was the championship game. This was the final game.
Yeah.
What happens in that situation?
Man, that is a tough situation.
But you got to think about that.
Like an inadvertent headbutt.
Inadvertent headbutt. One of the players gets knocked the fuck out on the ground.
Well, I mean, okay. First off, is that player okay?
He's knocked out.
Okay.
He's out cold for 30
is
minutes,
EMS
and
coming?
then hospital's coming. They pick him. They take him.
Right.
Does he get a replacement? Does
Well, no, he
or
doesn't get
does
a
it get-
replacement because
they
singles.
reschedule?
It's singles and stuff like that. I mean, it would be a unique situation.
Mm-hmm.
CJ, I don't know what
Let's say
would
the
happen.
game hasn't even started.
The game hadn't started, then we just postpone it. Okay, if the game has started and we're doing it, we're probably going to give, at the point it was incidental contact, okay, we're probably just going to reschedule the game.
Yeah.
Okay, probably for tomorrow morning, if the player is okay in doing that stuff. If it is that player B struck player A, player B is disqualified. Does that make sense? Like
On
if it-
purpose.
on purpose.
Yeah, of course.
But if it's incidental, we're probably going to replay the match if he has to go to the hospital and also that. Now, given that, okay, if it's a singles game and we got doubles to go, if EMS comes and he wakes up and he's like, you know what, I'm CJ Marquez, I'm a badass, I'm ready to play, then we're going to play the game after the doubles and let him play, and now he's a crowd favorite, which you are anyways. And so that's how we handle it.
Love it. Love it. Like he just fucking nailed it. I was wondering about that. I had people saying like, no, you're gonna have to play Ghost 6, or you're gonna have to play Ghost 7. I was like, no. I mean, we got to find out the actual answer.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the whole deal. Like, if we can actually have the two players play each other, that's what player A wants, that's what player B wants. I mean, nobody wants to win by forfeit.
No.
And if you do, that ain't me.
No.
And so everyone wants to play the person, they want to beat the person. And so with that, you mean, and they want to do it. They want to win $45 or $50, you mean.
Wait, hold on. Did I get Miss 45 already?
Yeah.
Okay, thank God.
So here's a question that John Sarzeski posed that kind of
Josh.
with he threw me off.
John, what did he say?
Talking about how do you get, a big question going on in TCL is sandbagging, or not sandbagging as much as getting players into the correct tier rank.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so his thing was take the money out of social. Give them a plaque.
Prizes.
Give them a recognition.
Unique bags.
Maybe a set of bags, a
'Cause-
social champion bags, a plaque, and a welcome to competitive.
Because think about it, if a social player got a unique set of bags that I can't get anywhere else, I'm paying the guy. I'm gonna be like, bro, I'm paying you. I want those bags because they're unique. I'm paying you. He's gonna get the money.
So, but what I'm saying is, so I think what Jonathan's saying is, you take the initiative for the guys, because there are guys that, let's say they've come from a couple hundred miles away, and they're fine with a party, just paying for a hotel and whatever, and they're thinking, well, if we win social, that'll take care of but we should play competitive, but we get our faces kicked in competitive, so
Yeah.
we'll play social, because there's money involved. There's enough money involved to make it lucrative for them to stay down.
Yeah, absolutely. And so what I would say is that the game is evolving, and one of our biggest things, you look back a year ago, we were playing double elimination tournament to go into a double elimination tournament. And the problem that whenever Jason and I went and looked at evaluated that season was that when players came to a signature series, they were only guaranteed 3 games. Okay? And the problem with that is that the bang for the buck was not there.
It's way better with the round.
And so with the round robin and what we're doing is kind of help that situation. With Scoreholio calculator, y'all got to realize that with our calculator, literally I have spreadsheets that are set up for 70 sets of boards, 80 sets of boards, 90, 100, 110, 120, 140, 150, and sets of boards. And that's how we come up with our number of players that we can have. So when you say that's the max number of players, that's based on the times that we have allocated for the tournaments. To your flip side of that deal, Scoreholio has done an amazing job with what they've done with tablets, the ease of the game, being able to smooth it, we're not having to call people out, all those things. And if you want to know my list to Ben and Scoreholio, which I love them, and what they're doing is amazing, but my list of things that I want fixed is about yay long, and it's hilarious. And Ben laughs at me every single time. And one of those things is that to have a global SPR and a conference SPR, and what that fixes sandbagging. Because as soon as we can get your games when playing regionals or playing tournaments and stuff like that, we can get your SPR. because PPR can tell you what you're not, or PPR can tell you what you're not, but what you are. And the whole deal with the SPR and having a conference is the fact that we can really determine that stuff. And so when you go back to what you're saying of social competitive, that is our biggest challenge going into next year, is that we fix that and that we get that fixed with Scorholio. And I think you will see with memberships going to Scorholio, it's great. And Scorholio didn't have that in effect till December, okay? Which we had already started our season. So we did what we thought was best, which is become an ass beating of trying to figure out memberships. But you realize going into next year, what's cool about memberships, there's gonna be 2 levels, okay? There's gonna be a regional membership and a premium membership. The premium membership is gonna be $30, just like we've all paid to be a premium member. It includes regionals, it includes Ryder Cup, it includes Signature Series, it includes the League Championship. What the regional membership will include is regionals and switcholios, okay? The beautiful thing about that is, one, you can't go have 3 Scorholio accounts in TCL unless you want to pay 3 memberships. But including our rules next year, if you have more than 1 account, you will face consequences that we will line out.
Yes, you will.
And so based on those things, and so you start taking the regionals into account, and we start getting your SPRs, and we start getting your PPRs, and we start doing all this stuff of that. As we get a conference SPR, we can start determining really where people go. I think regional directors with Ryder Cup in the middle of the season, it's one of those things that regional directors are like, I don't want to bump CJ because I really need CJ to play on my competitive team. I really need CJ to play on my advanced team. With doing Ryder Cup closer to the beginning of the season, like NASCAR does Daytona, I think the better off deal is that Ryder Cup's out of the way, and then we can flow through the season, and then series, your rankings, your tiers, all that stuff goes. And the third caveat is that points have to be more important, okay? And what I mean by that is that we've got to get to where the points are automatically updated every Monday night, and that regional directors, minus Monday tournaments, can use last week's standings, but starting on Tuesday, everything is seeded based on Monday's results. And then points matter in everything that you do, because the more we can have players buy into this points and how we rank players and how we do things, will alleviate all the sandbagging, plus alleviate the issues of that random player coming to play.
Yeah, because I'm sure that when you're watching the final games at SIG or at Ryder Cup, well, at SIG, when you're watching the social and competitive players, you've got to be thinking to yourself, my goodness, how are these players playing in social?
But you got to remember, okay, hands down to those players that are playing social and getting to the championship.
Oh, absolutely.
Those players are hot. Those players are doing it. It'd be like you tonight, okay? Like, I mean, you're a D player, okay? I mean, I knew that the course of the game that I could wait for your mistakes, okay? And the problem is in social, the players that are going to win social are the players that don't make those rounds, okay? And we can all say that I'm an A player, you're a C player, you're a D player, you're a B player, whatever it is. If you play your tier, you're going to finish where you're at. But let's look at the NFL. Let's look at the NBA. Do players play above their fantasy football predictions? Do they play above what they're predicted for by Vegas on how many points they're going to score? Yes. Players have better games than what they're capable or what their average is.
Oh, for sure.
So we can't knock a player for making a championship to be like, okay, that player is not a social player. That player is a social player that played phenomenal this weekend. Let's incorporate that and let's do that. But the problem is, right now, we have to take that into account. The more we can have a cumulative score of your regionals, of what you're doing, and how we weight Signature Series, the better off the whole entire environment will be.
Yeah, I mean, I think that, like you said, it's up to regional directors because you guys can only monitor so much at the big events.
But even regional directors, like I love the regional director input, and we want that because we want to create a floor, meaning that if you're a B player, the lowest you can drop is a B level. Okay, you create the floor, and that's one of the things I've wanted Scorholio to implement on SPR or different things is a floor because your level is there. If you sit at that level for more than X number of tournaments straight at that level, let's reevaluate your floor. But other than that, like stop sandbagging and go play. You mean? But the whole deal is that regional directors, TCL, we've got to take it out of our hands and put it into the computer and put it into the data of what we're getting in PPRs, SPRs, and do all of that. And so that last year was my biggest impact of making sure that the Signature Series were a value impact for players. Next year, my value is to make sure that the PPR, SPR, and where we rank tiers is where we're at.
And like you said, that you're getting those numbers from events that matter, like where sandbagging won't be an issue. Leagues.
Yeah. Or here.
Regionals.
Or here.
Or here.
Yeah, I mean, like this is great, and this is the dojo, and this is a phenomenal place.
Fourth bag counted out. I was on fire tonight.
Oh, you were in fuego.
You were a 3-bag A player and a 1-bag D player.
Oh my god. E player. Fucking E player on the fourth bag. Oh my god.
That is a line.
But no,
a 3-bag A player, a 1-bag D player.
There
Come
are
on, CJ.
There are so many players.
That'll sink you.
There are so many
That'll
players in
sink you to
TCL that
TCL.
want to hear that. Like that's the chatter that you hear is like, what are they? How are they doing this? How are they?
Well,
doing
and
how are they doing the bumps?
here's what we're doing. We're basing bumps based on PPR. Okay? So here's what we're doing. Let's take ice cream cones. Okay? What do you love about ice cream?
And it melts.
Okay? I mean, I love ice cream, but what do you love? The toppings, right? The sprinkles and all of that.
Snickers.
What we're trying to do is we're trying to take the top layer of players in each division and get them up out of that division based on their PPR.
Okay, so where do you? Is there a cutoff line of PPRs of what's the cutoff for a D and a C player?
So based on what Jason does is Jason looks at it and based off of this tournament, we go and Jason takes his algorithms and Jason does all of his stuff. I stay out of that because it's controversial if I get involved, so Jason handles all that.
I got you. Okay, so there is no like.
There is kind of some set numbers based on, but you got to remember, are we based on singles? Are we based on doubles? Are we based on this? Are we taking an average? So it's kind of looking at it and say, okay, based on what he threw in singles, based on what he threw in doubles, based on where he finished in the tournament, this is what we're doing. We're only going to take the top of the top right now, and then we're going to let everything figure it out because we do truly believe that we will figure it out with Scorholio before next season, and then it'll all be solved.
So is Shreveport considering? Do you know who's going to win doubles?
Who's going to win doubles?
Who's going to win singles open, in your opinion?
Oh.
No, wait. Forget that. Who's favored?
Man. All right. So who are we talking about now?
Damn right.
So we're
I'm
talking
sure you've
about
been
we're talking about open singles.
Open singles, I got my pick.
Open singles
and open
Grand Oak
doubles.
Church.
You think Grant?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't think so.
He's my hands-on favorite. He's the best
That
player.
really tall dude from fucking Louisiana is pretty good too.
He's good.
Yeah. Really, he's like 6'5" or 6'6". He's fucking tall. as shit.
I'm little Sammy.
Sammy Soto's a solid pick. Sammy Soto's a phenomenal
So,
player.
who's gonna win singles?
Sammy,
Sammy.
you heard it here.
Josh, who's gonna win singles? CJ? Okay.
Cool.
What'd you say? Who's gonna win?
Grand Oak Church.
Grand Oak Church.
Who you calling?
Uh,
Mr. Switzerland. Nicest guy in Cornhole.
dude, I feel like the Louisiana crowd is gonna come hard this year
And that's why I think it's going to be Sammy.
because this is the second year that we're doing in Shreveport, right?
Yeah.
I just get a feeling, man, that
One of the Kunas
we're not
is
gonna
get
expect it, but Louisiana's gonna come hard, is what I
You know
think.
they're going to come hard.
So, but either way, I think this is our
They
opportunity.
rated
I think
Casey
Sammy's gonna
Banger
win
or whatever.
first in that
Sammy?
hostile crowd. I think there's gonna be a hostile Louisiana crowd, is what I think. Just like Dallas had a hostile crowd for these fucking South
West
Texas guys. DFW gave them a hostile ground and they still won?
I think it was hostile. I think it was.
No, it was hostile.
Eh,
Oh, it was hostile.
I think it was home court and back. Home court
So
advantage.
you knew who my dark horse is? BG.
Oh, he's always in the mix.
I mean, BG's a dark horse. They're killing the mix.
Hey, but for real though, man, all bags aside, I'm a bad guy. You give BG some fucking board bullies, he is
Those blue
money.
ones?
He's,
Those blue and white ones.
dude, board bullies, dude, he is money. Board fucking bullies. I don't know why Reynolds ain't picked that motherfucker up.
Doubles, I don't know who's all playing together.
Huh?
Doubles, I don't know who's playing together, but I would like to see Sammy play with Skill. Those two to me throw the same bags, and both of them.
That's what I was telling him earlier, man, is
They
that
have no. But then you can walk into those kids and in the middle of a game be like,
yeah,
60
dude,
beats
but
a minute.
that's what I told him. As good as he is, and this motherfucker's good, and he's over here throwing brand new bags at a fucking sick. He's like playing with me. He throws new bags.
Because he knew.
He's playing with P Money, and he throws like modern new bags. Like they're not brand new bags, but they're kind of new bags. You know what I mean?
But Chad, are you? Well, I mean, I can't. I don't want to. I mean, are you there to? You're there to compete. But
Yes.
But is your
Dude,
head?
he's a
I mean,
competitive
But
motherfucker.
is your head completely?
That's what
competing
confuses
when
me.
you're running
That's what
that
confuses
quick?
No,
You're competitive.
it's definitely tough to be there. And here's the deal:
Yeah, think about that.
there are players way better than me. Let's don't get this. I'd have to play on my best game ever to ever
Yes.
make it to
We'll
these
fucking
stage.
beat their ass.
But you mean I'd love to be there, but running a tournament takes it away because I can't sit there and watch someone play.
Yeah.
Literally, like I walk up to the tournament, typically 2 to 3 minutes late. I'm the guy that should get the forfeit, and I'm the guy. I mean, run the tournament trying to hound people to get them
Yeah.
down, and then I walk up to the tournament, they're like, "All right, Chad, we know you're doing what you're doing." I'm like, "All right, let's just go."
Yeah, I
And
mean, how
no
much-
warm ups. I'm
How
ready.
much
Let's
warm-up
go.
do you do off besides what you're maybe the occasional?
So-
coming back?
so the-
how much warming up are you getting during the
Never.
tournament?
And,
Never.
and here's the deal. This is the way I play cornhole in my house, in my shop, and stuff like that. This is the way I would practice back in the day. Back in the day, whenever I was very competitive, I would literally set up boards, start doing yard work, stop, go throw down and back twice, go do yard work for another 30 minutes, go throw down and back twice, go throw yard work for another 30 minutes, go throw down and back twice, and do it because I knew that I had to be able to be on fire from the time I stepped to the board. There was no warm-ups. There was no stuff. You had to be ready to throw, and you didn't get warm-ups. And that's what it is. And that's the fun of running it. Like, I embrace that. I
Yeah.
love it.
But as a player, there are times you get there and you're like, it's a little, it can get a little chaotic.
Yeah.
Getting from board to board. I can't imagine trying to deal with that along with holy shit, I'm running all this.
Well, the worst part is when you get to a board and you're all dialed in. In singles, it is singles. I'll affect myself. Doubles, when I look across at my partner and he's over there on his phone and he's hanging out, it is what it is. But if the issue is that 2 boards over, they're having an issue with their tablet, or they're doing this, or they're doing that, and my eyes connect with that, my focus is over there versus here, and that's my hardest problem.
Putting that fire out.
Correct. And that's what Joe and I used to be able to do. Is Joe used to be able to wrangle me and Chad, I need you now. Like, let's focus
You need
now.
horse fucking
And is it-
blinders. when
Well,
you
but
play.
I can tell you that
That's so true
they
though.
run smoothly.
Because the whole thing is your
phenomenally,
fucking baby. The whole thing is
No,
your baby.
no, it's fun. And here's the deal. My job is to create a great environment for 800 people to play bags. Whether I throw bags great or not, it doesn't matter. If I throw bags great, no one talks about it, no one cares about it. And honestly, no one wants me to win. It is what it
We
is.
do.
No,
Yeah,
nobody
you
wants
guys
me.
have-
Nobody
no,
wants me to win.
bullshit.
There is 0 people
Why?
that will cheer for me in the
No.
championship.
Why?
I
After
guarantee you.
tonight,
It
I
is
want
what
you
it
to
is.
fucking beat BG's ass.
Why do you think nobody wants you to win?
Because here's the deal.
Because you're
We
the boss.
want everybody else. Like, it is what it is. Yes.
Because
Yeah.
he's the boss. But you know what? After tonight, you get to love the boss. You're like, yay, you want the boss to fucking win, man.
I mean, think about
You know, because the boss was
think
winning before
So,
TCO got
the-
popular.
But you have to think the cornhole community as a whole is a tight knit community, a giving community, very generous.
Very
generous.
awesome.
I mean, so I would think that you would think, well, everybody realizes the groundwork that I've laid for this amazing platform that we all have, that we enjoy on a weekly, nightly basis. I mean, and why would you not want me to?
No.
to
And
win?
it's not that you don't want me to win. It's
Dude,
the
that would
fact
be
that
badass.
it's the fact that I love supporting you. I love supporting you. I love supporting you. I love supporting
Yeah, but
anybody else
everybody
that
would
goes
love
to
to see
stage.
you.
Who's your
and Jason.
doubles partner?
No.
You and Jason throwing down in the Open Singles Championship.
Would be terrible.
It would be incredible.
It'd be like,
Let's
why
see if
are we here?
Hey, can we get that done? You know, as a precursor at maybe state tournament, just as a what do they call it? An exhibition match.
Exhibition match.
You and Jason
Hey,
on the main
hey,
stage.
Jason, I'll challenge you right now for $5,000
Jesus.
at the state championship in Irving.
On the main
Down and
stage.
back on the main stage.
On the main stage.
A down and back.
Of course he fucking signs higher than Mark. That's awesome.
Oh, he's going big time.
He's going Picasso. He's going Picasso on Mark.
Gonna draw a big old hairy pair of testicles on Minerva's forehead.
Oh shit, he's going Leonardo. Oh shit, he's going Michelangelo. Oh shit, he's going Donatello.
Marking that board. He's marking his territory.
Yeah. Yeah, he might as well just piss on it after he's done.
He wants to make sure that first and foremost that those are TCL representatives.
Hey, that's alright, bro.
Yeah,
Because I'm gonna get a new Sharpie and fucking
You got
go
another
over it.
Sharpie?
Yeah.
Just give that one a minute. I don't have another Sharpie.
Oh shit, what is that? Just go over it.
He goes back to the TC. He's like, I don't give a shit about mine. I just want to make sure that the TCL is.
Yes. And then CJ is gonna go over it anyways and make it look nice and pretty. Oh yes. That's nice. Okay. So now let's catch Chad getting his finger first point.
Oh yeah.
He got first place. Yes, he did. With which bags did he get?
He beat your ass with the Phoenixes.
Oh yeah.